Here we go. Family, and the heavyweight champions of the world is certified foundational Black Americans. All we do is win. And the biggest hopper, skipper, jumper, fleers go to them folks, because them folks ain't our folks. Happy foundational February. We in the building, in the place. Let's go to work. We in the house.
Everybody knows that all the people don't have liberties, all the people don't have freedom, all the people don't have justice, and all the people don't have power, so that means none of us do.
Foundational February, fam. I'm saying all we do is win, though. All we do is win. They were trying to tell us that this guy right here was going to compete with them two brothers right there. And you know damn well that wasn't the case, but they also know this is the case. If you a regulator, it's time to regulate. Certified salute, stand up. We going to work. FBA Friday, Black Alpha Network, the Certified 100. Foundational Black Americans. We are all in here fully represented. Stand up and let me know where you're at, where you're from. I already seen Georgia in the house, and Ohio's in the house, and I'm in the house. Let's see who else is rocking with us, fam. North Carolina, I see you. Dallas is in the building. I see you too. Cincinnati's in the place. Shout out to the whole team. Philly's in here. Florida's in here. Detroit's in here. VA's in here. Florida, stand up, represent. Let's go. I see Broward County in here. Louisiana, what's happening, baby? All in the building. Memphis is in here. Kansas City, Chicago, Atlanta, Indianapolis, another Louisiana. Charlotte's in here. The whole DMV. Florida again. Florida 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. I see the whole Los Angeles in here. Denver's in here. Chicago running back. Y'all got Chicago in here, so you know it's about to go down. I see Trenton, New Jersey, Boston, Arkansas, VA again, Buffalo, Kalamazoo's in here, Indiana's in here, South Carolina's fully represented. I see Knoxville, Tennessee, and we all in here if you feel me. Let's go to work. FBA, fam. Last week, we started off the broadcast, and we said, did y'all believe them numbers? Did y'all really believe those numbers, fam? I ain't believe those numbers, y'all. Them numbers was a lie. Because you know, like I know, like the world know that Bad Bunny, Zesty Bunny, he ain't gonna compete with Kendrick Lamar. He ain't gonna compete with my homeboy Prince. He ain't gonna compete with Michael Jackson. Hell, he ain't compete with no FBA. And family, they ran to the internet. They was talking reckless. They was saying all these things. We got y'all. We got y'all. No, because you may lie, you may fake, but the numbers ain't faking. The family, the numbers have came back. And let me tell y'all, and let me show y'all what the numbers are saying. And the numbers is not saying what they said it was. The numbers is saying what we said it was, because we always win, because we the greatest. And I got my whole certified foundational Black American family with me. Foundational Black Americans. Built America, and we run America. If you look at the top 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, it's all us. So how the hell did Bad Bunny go from 140 to 130, jumped over that, dropped down to 20? I think it's probably going to be about 5 people. I think Mrs. Margarita, Mr. Sanchez, Julio Ramirez, and probably about 5 Hispanic ICE agents was the only ones who watched his performance. And all the Latinos been running to the internet, and they've been real mad at Black Americans, and they thought they was good, and they thought they was cooking, but we flipped the script on them. The same way we about to flip the script on them right now. Let's let it be known. There ain't no such thing as a minority. It's only a minority. Ain't no such thing as a people of color. It is only the leeches of color. And there damn show ain't no such thing as a Black and brown coalition. It is only the Black and brown no-alition. That means you ain't got no FBA. You ain't got no certifieds. You ain't got no lineage, heritage, and culture that can stand next to us. And how do you know? Because I'm FBA and I said so. Let's go to work. Family, this was the face that they had. They woke up the day after the Super Bowl. They was talking reckless. But we already got 1,000 FBAs in here on a Friday night. So you know we about to cook. Watch what they were saying when they thought that they had something, but found out they ain't got nothing, just like their homeland. Let's go.
Nothing. I ain't trying to hear shit. Anybody say anything bad about Bad Bunny around me, it's on and popping. What? What is on and popping, doggy? Straight up. Nobody can say nothing about Bad Bunny today. Not around me. Not around me. Not in this shop.
Bad Bunny has broken the record for the most viewed Super Bowl halftime show.
To the people that are disrespecting Bad Bunny's halftime performance show at the Super Bowl, rest in peace, his bitches, because he has the most viewed halftime show in Super Bowl history. And he beat Kendrick Lamar's 133.5 million viewers.
Did y'all see these numbers for Bad Bunny's halftime show? They said 142 million people. Million.
So the official fucking numbers are fucking in. And right now, Bad Bunny, it's official, because I know we had estimations, but it's official. The official number, 135 plus million views. People watched that Super Bowl more than last year's Kendrick Lamar.
This didn't age too good. This didn't turn out too well. Family, the only thing as big as the lie she telling is that forehead on top of her neck. She got a Boricua forehead. And it didn't turn out too good, did it now, Mrs. Sanchez Romero Santiago? Go. Your ass better go, and delete this damn video because ain't nothing you said came true. This is what we doing.
Is number one as the most ever fucking viewed Super Bowl fucking ever. I am so proud.
I know low key, like all y'all African Americans, let me make sure I say things correctly. All y'all showing is that y'all really racist as fuck to Spanish people. Like the same thing that y'all complain about white folks doing to y'all is the same exact shit that y'all do to us. And I mean, we really don't give a fuck because that was literally Bad Bunny's message. Like, we're prideful, resilient. Like, we take that shit and we show you how to make something out of nothing. Like, that's literally our culture. It's the work ethic. It's the resilience. It's the family. It's the love. Like, I mean,
you take something out of nothing, then how come your homeland ain't got nothing? That's our story. That's what we do. Y'all the ones who got all the numbers and still lose. Got all the resources, walking on them, still lose. Your taco truck is sitting on resources and somebody flying from the other side of Europe to come take your ish. You ain't gonna run with our story, Mrs. Margarita, Mrs. Sanchez, Santiago, Pedro. Hell no, Pedro. Quit trying to run with our style, because guess what? Just like the last one, your story ain't aged well neither.
Missed the whole message because it was in Spanish. Man, fuck that shit. We stood up with y'all when it was in English, when it was Kendrick last year, and they didn't understand shit. But they was in there beeping and bopping and all of that bullshit. Like, come on now. Y'all just showing that y'all really low-key racist. Like, I'm just saying.
I'd like to give a big shout out to the African Americans and the white Americans that did support this halftime show, because you guys tend to be overlooked. And I'd like to use this platform for unification.
Nothing. I ain't trying to hear shit. Anybody say anything bad about Bad Bunny around me, it's on and popping.
The only thing you got popping is your damn Boricua meth pipe. Outside of that, ain't nothing good. Oh, did y'all see all of that? Tell me you seen the energy that they had. Tell me that it was all of them running when they thought they had something on Black Americans. Every single thing that we ever say about these people is true, and you seen it right there in a 2-minute clip. They thought they had it all. They was pointing out us. Notice, y'all, I'm still waiting. They ain't said nothing about Kid Rock yet. Kid Rock is dragging you right now. What about Megyn Kelly, who said your ass needs to leave? What about the Lori Loomer, who said y'all are a bunch of fleers who done fled? What about the people who are now going out here, and guess what they doing, family? What we predicted last week. This right here. They saying Bad Bunny's about to get investigated. They said Bad Bunny broke the law. They said Bad Bunny ain't too damn funny, and it ain't too damn sunny, and your whole style is ugly. Now what you gonna do, family, when you thought you had foundational Black Americans, you thought you had us beat, you thought you one-upped us, and the only thing you left with is bad ratings and charges. FBA wins again, and we're going to win again. If you like the victory today, you're going to love the next one tomorrow. Because, family, all the results came out, all the statistics came out, and it proved exactly what we knew. Bad Bunny ain't win no damn Super Bowl performance. It was a flop. Okay. And I know they all listening right now. I'm here to tell you, okay? Mrs. Sanchez, all right? Bad Bunny flopped. Mr. Amigo, Bad Bunny flopped. That was a flop of a performance because you told us that was supposed to be the biggest performance of all time. And the only thing they ever did was bring up Kendrick. They were like, we beat Kendrick now. What about Michael Jackson? Fam, just 3 days ago, they thought they was above Michael Jackson? They thought they was above Kendrick? Fam, we ain't even got to get to the other artist. They really, genuinely, sincerely thought they had one up on us. And that is your black and brown coalition right there. These people are anti-black. They don't say nothing about them W folks, and they always focus on us. And then when they seen they got their ass whooped, they ran back to FBA and said, black and brown. Nope. See, what's different about this generation right here, family? This generation knows what you're talking about. This generation see past the games. This generation sees the numbers that you talking about ain't real. And foundational black Americans gonna call it out. So after all of those fake numbers, y'all, the real numbers came out.
Did not. Well, the real numbers are in, and I think we spoke too soon because Bad Bunny, in fact, did not break viewership history. Actually, he fell short of just last year's Super Bowl halftime show that was done by Kendrick Lamar. Let's talk about it. Well, let's go ahead and read this. This was released by ESPN, okay? Now, I did report to you guys that he had broke history and it was the most viewed. That's what it came out. But I guess that was a guesstimate. They were thinking that that's what it was based on what they saw. Well, the real numbers are in. And it says Bad Bunny's halftime show averaged 128.2 million viewers from 8:15 to 8:30. That would make it the fourth most watched halftime behind Kendrick Lamar, who had 133.5 million in 2025. Michael Jackson.
You damn right, Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson was up there moonwalking on the clouds, sitting there saying, you thought you was better than me. You thought you was going to surpass me. Kendrick Lamar out there right now in Compton laughing at you. And the whole certified foundational black American lineage, heritage, and culture is. You know what it is. You better take all of that stuff back to Puerto Rico, back to Cuba, back to Mexico, Venezuela. You better go to Nicaragua because you can't come around us. Let's say what it really is, family. Let's say it for what it's really hitting for. You lost to a black man. Yeah, the black man whooped you up. Oh, I know you don't like that. Oh, no, you don't like that. Because we see all of your vitriol, your hate, your jealousy, your spite, your envy, and foundational black Americans. Oh, we call it out left and right. There ain't nothing you could do to us. So we done seen that the real numbers came back, and the real numbers is telling the opposite story from what they've been trying to tell us, y'all. The real story is telling us that the blacks and browns coalition does not exist. Let's go to the real numbers, okay? Not the ones they lie about. The black and brown coalition does not exist. These Latinos are Latinos, and they're very racist. They cannot stand black folks at all. They love them W folks. And every single passing second that they was worrying about my brother and your brother Kendrick Lamar and Michael Jackson, they should have been worrying about little old Kid Rock. Because Kid Rock is somewhere in the trailer park with a meth pipe picking lights out, and he's sitting there calling you every name in the book, but you ain't said nothing about him, though. And we gonna brag all damn day long, family, because ain't nothing popping without us. Fam, they gonna learn today. You gonna learn today that there ain't nothing popping on this planet without foundational black Americans. We are one of one. We are the secret sauce. We are the final boss. If it ain't us, then it ain't moving. Family, I could have swore that these individuals really thought that they was one-upping us. I could have swore that they thought they had something, but then they found out no. And the one thing they can't stand the most, y'all, is when a black American outclasses them. This was supposed to be some anti-ICE gathering.
There's so many ways.
We all on the same page. We all
the
won.
viewership
Let's
results
get together so black folks can go out on the front line. This was bigger than just Bad Bunny's performance. This was an opportunity to try to get black folks to say, you know what? Bad Bunny was so good. We gonna go and jump on the front line of ICE. In the same way we told your ass no 152 times, I guess you got 153. Let's go further, fam. The brothers and sisters in the streets was calling it out and letting it be known.
So the results just came in, and the lie detector determines that this is a lie, bro. The viewership results came in for Bad Bunny's performance and stuff in the Super Bowl, and it is not above Michael Jackson, nor is it above and Kendrick Lamar. And I knew this. We knew these was overdoing it with these stupid projections. We knew they were. And y'all took the bait and try to use it against Black Americans like y'all always do. Y'all never wait to the end result of anything. The moment that somebody might say something that insinuates that you're doing better than Black people, y'all take that regurgitated, bastardized information and you use it to shove it in our face every time, bro. But these are the true halftime performance numbers from Kendrick all the way down to Rihanna, right? And as you can see, Bad Bunny does not top Michael Jackson or Kendrick Lamar.
Damn. You don't like that, do you? Oh, no. You don't like the fact that Black Americans are everywhere you go. You don't like the fact that not only have we got on code and seen through all your BS, you don't like the fact that you being a leech or tether on our community has been shut down. Fam, it's been a really bad time for a lot of them Browns folks, y'all. Yeah, all them minorities over there who been Latino in it. Now foundational Black Americans been telling them, your ass better kick rocks, you better bounce, you better get to stepping, because this is our house. This is our house, family. Everything you do, I don't give a damn. You want to go economics, education, entertainment, whatever it is, just guarantee you it's foundational Black Americans. I tell everybody that we standing on business and we certified, and that's exactly what's going on. This right here is a whole different game plan, because remember, y'all, when they thought they was winning, remember this, y'all? Remember this? I just showed this to you on Tuesday. Fam, they was putting out this. They ran to the internet and said, I don't care what the W folks say. I don't care white folks like me or not, but the Black folks, we beat y'all. They was out there taking this. How much time did it take you to come up with this? Over a Super Bowl? Over a Super Bowl. That's what you gonna do. And fam, they was putting out all propaganda. Look at this right here, y'all. Having little Black kids sitting in front of the TV. Fam, we be doing that looking at Michael Jackson. And the kids today is doing that looking at Kendrick. Wasn't no Black folks sitting in front of the TV being inspired. Look at this. Look at this, fam. They're trying to make this picture look like Black Americans was out there saying, oh my God, our kids just want to be like Bad Bunny. Oh, I told y'all they was trying to recruit us. This right here was them trying to recruit Black Americans to get on the same page so we can go fight ICE for them. That's what this was about. Y'all know damn well, fam, we in here deep right now. Y'all tell me, did that scene right there go on in any of your living rooms? Did it? Was it little Black kids lined up in front of TV saying, oh, get out the way, I got to watch Bad Bunny. Let me tell you what the young Black folks that I know were saying. They were saying what the old Black folks were saying. And that is, what the hell is Bad Bunny saying? Because we don't speak no damn Spanish. And we wave the American flag. Not the Colombian flag, the Puerto Rican flag, the Venezuelan flag, not the Mexican flag. We don't step on the flag. We don't burn the flag because we created the flag. Fam, it's a whole new wave now of Black American patriotism. Foundational Black Americans standing on our lineage, heritage, and culture. And they can't take it. And they don't like the fact that wherever we are, they can't step into place. You better hit a goddamn block, bust a U-turn, and go in another direction, because we occupy all the energy. And family, when I tell y'all that, look at this. Don't let them run to the internet now, y'all, and start calling in truce. Fam, on Tuesday, they thought they had it made, and you seen them talking crazy. On Wednesday, they came out and they were saying, no, I'm sorry, Black folks. We all Black and brown. Now they're trying to flip back to the Black and brown coalition. But let me show y'all. Watch how they were specifically going after Kendrick. Watch.
Bad Bunny's halftime show was fantastic. I mean, I love Kendrick Lamar, but it cleared last year's halftime show.
Can we all agree at least that Bad Bunny's performance was way better than Kendrick's?
Compared to the pop artists, the rappers, like, I thought Bad Bunny's halftime show was way better than Kendrick Lamar's last year. I thought there was way more to it. I thought it was more entertaining.
Yes, I liked the halftime show. Bad Bunny was great. Yeah, you dork. That shit was better than K-Bot last year. Y'all didn't have a problem with K-Bot. Hey.
If I say Bad Bunny's performance was better than Kendrick Lamar, are you guys going to get mad?
It resonated with me more than Kendrick Lamar's performance. Tell me what you think.
Honestly, found it more entertaining than Kendrick's.
Fuck yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you, that was one of the best Super Bowl performances I've ever seen. I don't give a fuck.
Like, visually. Bad Bunny's halftime show was fantastic. I mean, I love Kendrick Lamar, but it cleared last year's halftime show.
Well, apparently the American public did not agree. Did not agree at all. Let me say it for what it is, family. Bad Bunny's Super Bowl halftime performance was a flop. And I believe that Black Alpha Certified 100, we're the ones, by the way, who broke the story last week, and we're going to continue right now. We're the only ones saying it for what it is. It wasn't a disappointment. It wasn't a little bad. It needed a little spice. No, it flopped. And it flopped because of who? Black Americans didn't watch it. You already know W's weren't going to watch it. You already know that. But see, they thought Black Americans was going to get on that people of color talk. This was a failure, fam. The same way that us going to the front line of the ICE protest flopped, the same way them thinking we're going to vote for the Democrats flop, the Essence Festival flop, is the same exact way that this halftime performance, it flopped. There's no way around it. That's the only way you can get it. And then when the statistics truly came back, Black Americans was putting it on that big ass screen. I told y'all, our Summer Jam screen, that stuff run year round. It may be the summertime, but you might get you on that big ass screen in February. And that's exactly what happened. And then when you seen everything that followed up, they have to sit in a ABK, anti-black karma. Now I know me no black, me no speak English. I pledge allegiance to the flag, brother. Whatever the hell you want to say, however you understand it, just know that you got to hold your own nationality nuts because Black Americans aren't doing it for you. This was a massive flop, and it's showing you its delineation. FBA did that. FBA did that. And fam, we did a space the other day. Oh boy, they was in that space mad as hell. They was mad. They was saying, y'all so hateful. Y'all so angry. Family, everything I just showed you was hate. Everything I just showed you was anger. And it ain't coming from us. This thing where you're going to force your anger onto us, you're going to project your failures onto us, you better go do that to somebody else. Because we've been knowing about this black and brown coalition. And we've been calling it out. Only difference is now everybody's talking about it. You're not going to put out all these fake statements, try to get Black Americans to be on board. And family, let me show y'all what they're saying about us. Look at this. Look at this, family. I just came across this today. Look at that, family. Black people run from ICE protests. Who the hell told these people that we run? No, what foundational Black Americans do, we sit on the couch and we watch y'all crash out. That's what it is. You see what I'm saying, brothers and sisters? You see what I'm talking about? Rent free, 24/7, 365. You cannot do anything as a Black American without being on these people's minds. They want us to support our fight. Look at the bottom, but look at the top. How you gonna tell us to support your fight and then tell us that we run from your protests? That right there is very disrespectful. And Black Americans, we ain't tolerating the disrespect, especially from somebody who ain't got 2 pennies that they can rub together to get them a taco truck. Okay, your taco truck done got raided. Your burrito truck done got raided. The Bel Grande Babel is done for. There ain't no such thing as any of these coalitions, and Black Americans ain't in none of these no such things groups. If it's invisible, it ain't us, okay? Because Black Americans, we right here front and center, holding it down and letting the world know, whether it be Kendrick Lamar, Michael Jackson, whether it be anybody who's from the lineage, heritage, and culture, we letting it be known off top. We ain't doing nothing for nobody because we too focused on ourselves. And when I tell y'all that we're going to uncover and peel back the layers of all the anti-Black American hatred, y'all watch this. We're going to go down the line and I'm going to show y'all everything from reparations to an anti-Black American hate crime protection that we are opposed 100% from the Latino community. Okay, the days of them not acknowledging all the anti-Black American hatred that comes our way from them folks is over. And Bad Bunny and all the Bad Bunny fans, all that is just today's version of the same exact thing, y'all. When I tell y'all that no matter what they say, no matter what they do, it's always wake up in the morning, hate Black Americans, go to sleep. Wake up in the morning, be jealous of Black Americans, go to sleep. Now you notice in between the morning and at night, I don't say anything about building your homeland because they don't do that. I ain't say nothing about putting food on the table because they don't do that. I didn't say nothing about being certified because they ain't that. But like I tell you all the time, family, we don't hide, we don't run, we out here, we on one. You know, a party ain't a party if we don't come. The Super Bowl just proved it. Look at this right here, family. This is how they feel about Black Americans. This is how they feel about certifieds. This is how they feel about our reparations. Look how much they're against our money. Watch.
Hey, Black America, this person, this Hispanic person is saying that we shouldn't worry about reparations. We should just worry about helping them. F you. F you. No, before you misquote MLK, injustice anywhere is an injustice everywhere. Before you Before you misquote MLK, let me go and preemptively correct you. MLK said, "We are coming to Washington to get our check." He was talking about reparations. Reparations. So please, before you quote MLK, quote everything that he said, because just a couple of months before he was taken out, he said that. That's how important the issue is to us. So if you can't see that, if you compare that to ants compared to elephants, you. Oh, Black America, the brown community needs our help in LA. Oh, we need your help when it comes to reparations. Look at them numbers. The Hispanic community. Black America is most likely to say legacy of slavery affects Black people in the U.S. And the Hispanic community, just like the other model minorities, said, Black America. Okay. And when it came to reparations, us getting some compensation, I mean, y'all said you too. I mean, I look at these numbers, 77% of Black Americans say we want reparations. But just 39% of Hispanics said yes, and 58% of y'all said no. So I got 58 reasons to say y'all too.
Whoa, look at these numbers, y'all. Look at them numbers. You might as well just go down to a Klan rally if you want them numbers. You might as well just go to the Boogaloo Boys or the Proud Boys if you want those numbers. Look at those spicy supremacist statistics. Look how they're opposing reparations. Fam, this is who the Democrats and the liberals want us to be the same as. Anytime you call yourself a person of color, you the same as them on paper. Anytime you call yourself a Black and brown person, you the same on paper. This is what they want to do to you. Fam, they oppose reparations just as much as the W's do because they think they the W's. And everybody turns their eyes when we say this, but unfortunately for them in this Renaissance era, we are the loudest ones in the room. Checkmate. This is how they feel about us. So like the brother said right there, F them too, and they mama.
I got 58 reasons to say y'all too. And wait a minute, don't y'all support cops more than we do? Y'all do. But ICE is cops. I tried to tell you that, and you said, shut up, and you got what you deserved. Oh, you're going to be next. You're going to be next. They're going to come for you next. They're going to come for you next. Hey, what do you think the civil rights era was, huh? What do you think redlining was, huh? What do you think segregation was, huh? What do you think the slave trade was? What do you think the slave breeding plantations were? We were always first. So when it comes to oppression, get in line. And doing this whole scare to try to actually get us involved is just pissing us off.
Woo!
I don't have to help you. I'm not your slave or your mule. Off.
Woo, buddy.
Hey, Black America.
Damn. Couldn't have said it no better myself, Black man. Damn, y'all. Did you hear that right there? Very, very truthful. Very, very captivating. Very, very riveting. So you mean to tell me that the same people that they tell us we got so much in common with oppose us in every single statistical category? Wait, I thought they said that was only the Republicans. I thought they said that was a Republican thing. Wait, hold up, wait a minute. So you mean to tell me Latinos oppose reparations for Black Americans just as much as the dominant society does? And when we say that they want to be the dominant society, ain't that right there the final straw? There you go, family. They don't like foundational Black Americans the same way that the W's don't like foundational Black Americans. They don't want foundational Black Americans to achieve the same way the W's don't. Why? It's because they are the little flea bee, the fleer baby, and the dominant society is they W mommy and daddy. And the flea bee loves their W mommy and daddy. And they both dislike foundational Black Americans because we the center of attention. So now the fact that we putting that on the big screen, what you gonna do about it now, Julio? Nothing. Only thing you're gonna do is trip and fall when you running from ICE, and foundational Black Americans gonna call it twice. This is what we mean. There ain't no such thing as a Black and brown no-religion family. It does not exist. And I don't know who the hell been running around here trying to get us to get on board with them. But the biggest thing in the world that nobody ever wanted to talk about is the anti-Black American racism that comes from their community. That's what it really is. And you know what, fam? We were out here breaking it down and chopping it up, and we came up with a real good analogy for these people, fam. What it really is, when you deal with these people, the dominant society unalives them, and they people blame us. The dominant society beats them, and then they blame us. The dominant society steals all their resources, and then they blame us. There's your answer, fam. You want to know why the Africans don't like Black Americans? You want to know why Puerto Ricans and Cubans and Venezuelans and Mexicans, all of South America, all of India, all of Asia, you want to know why everybody don't like Black Americans? Because Black Americans are the only people who don't let them W's steal our shit. That's why. See, when they come around here and they try to go in our pockets, we check them and let them know. And they don't come back twice. Remember, y'all, the G-check is beautiful because ain't nobody ever seen 2 G-checks because all it takes is 1. The reason why everybody dislikes Black America, because every time we empower ourselves and every time we swinging on the dominant society, they view that as somebody swinging on their mommy and daddy. This is where the vitriol and the hate comes from. Nobody likes to see Black Americans standing on business against white folks because everybody who gets mad at us wishes they were white folks. Remember, y'all, it ain't no black and brown. It's the dark white community. You can't tell these people they're not dark white. They all believe that they're dark white. There ain't no such thing as a Puerto Rican. It's just a dark white person. There's no such thing as a Mexican. It's just a dark white person. There ain't no such thing as a Venezuelan. It's just a dark white person. And this is why they're always out there jumping in the cake soap. Because if they ain't going to be white on paper, which a lot of them want to be, then they feel they're going to have to be white in that damn bathtub while they swimming in some damn bleach. We calling it all out today. And family, let me ask my certifieds who are in the building right now a question. Is the South in the house, family? I need to know. I need to know because I'm going to have something that y'all going to really be interested in. And I need your certified opinion. Is the South in the house? If the South is in the house, please stand up, be accounted for. I don't give a damn if you in Kentucky. I don't care if you in Alabama, Arkansas, both Carolinas. I don't care where you are. If the South is in the building, please stand the F up. Because there's a Puerto Rican who says she got a problem. Not just with Black folks, she got a problem with Black people in the South. Now figure that out, family. A Puerto Rican got a problem with Black Southerners. Damn, Louisiana's in here. I see you. OKC's in the building. VA's in here. Yep, let's go. Houston's in here. Okay, so we well represented with my Southern foundational Black Americans. And we all come from the South because Africa ain't our homeland. The South in the United States is. And this woman right here, she said she got a problem. She said, dear Black people, especially Black folks in the South. She said, y'all are being a little too mean for her. And she said she's a Puerto Rican, so you better show her some respect. Watch this, brothers and sisters. FBA roast. Let's go.
And to the Black people from the South, I must be getting my timeline from the South. Dear Black people in the South, coming from a Puerto Rican living in the South, don't forget that when you're making fun of our tradition and the fact that we were slaves, don't forget you guys were slaves too, okay? So next time you want to make fun of a Puerto Rican or a Latino and tell us we don't belong here, look at yourselves in the mirror and think long and hard about what you're seeing, okay? And what you know about your past and your history. Making fun of the fact that we wear straw hats in our culture. We're very diverse cultures, okay? Get out of your small towns.
Who the hell does that? Who in the South is sitting there saying, look at them with a straw hat? If anything in the South, fam, a lot of brothers and sisters, this country is a mom. So what we talking about? Fam, oh, she done stepped on the wrong line. I'm going to tell you, you may have some problems with a lot of people. Mrs. Sanchez, you don't want no problems with the South. I'm going to tell you that today. Speak on it.
And start realizing the world is a bigger place. Puerto Ricans are African, European. We are also Native American. We have all different types of blood in us. There's even Chinese people that are Puerto Rican, but you wouldn't know that because you never left your small town. If I offended you, I'm not sorry. Be nice. That's all we were saying. Let me get this straight. You want to argue with Puerto Ricans about who was slaves first? Learn history. Y'all just don't want to learn. This is going to go to the high school students in the South. High school students in the South, pay attention. I'm Puerto Rican. I've been born and raised in the United States of America.
Stop. Now she's about to tell all the Black kids in the South that they better go get them a Puerto Rican friend because a Puerto Rican friend is the only person that can save us. Fam, I'm not lying. Let me run that back in case you missed it. This woman says that all the Black students, all the teenagers, all the kids who are Black Americans in the South need to befriend a Puerto Rican. If not, we're not going to get a job, we're not going to get access, and we ain't going to get no money. and she coming from a country that ain't got no money. This is third world Boricua babble. This is Belgrande babble. These people really think that foundational Black Americans is hearing what the hell they got to say when foundational Black Americans got more money than them, got more structure than them, got more status than them, got more pizzazz than them. If it's good, we got it more. If it's bad, that's them. Because when I'm looking at your homeland and the poverty you got, you can just take my state of Georgia and we mopping your whole damn island up. Tell me about it. Remember when Donald Trump went over there and he was shooting baskets with toilet paper and all the Puerto Ricans was smiling? Remember that, family? That's the type of poverty you got. You can't even wipe your ass. Sit down. Class is in session. Watch this, family. Now she tells the Black American kids in the South to be nice.
Puerto Ricans are American. We already established that. But did you know that in order for you to get your American high school diploma, you would have to learn a secondary language, which 9 times out of 10 is going to be Spanish? Yes, that is true. When you get to a certain grade in high school, you have to have a second language, which means to say, be friends. Be good people now, because you're going to need your Puerto Ricans, your Spanish, your Latino community to help you when it's time for you to get your high school diploma. If you don't know a second language, you're not going to be able to pass the class. You're not going to be able to, let me guess, get your diploma. So make sure you're being nice, and keep in mind, American kids, you have to know a second language. You really have to. And that is for the President of the United States, Donald J. Trump. If the Puerto Rican culture is so disgusting to you, how about stop colonizing Puerto Rico? How about that? How about you give us our freedom? Okay. If Puerto Ricans are not good enough to be American citizens, let us go. Puerto Rico has been pretty much used and abused by the United States of America. And to be honest with you, I live in the South now, and I've gotten so much racism since I got here, but I can't believe that you as a president yourself, this is what you stand for.
So much racism from who? From who? I want everybody to notice how Mrs. Belgrande just went out her way to say black, 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 black. Soon as she started talking about racism she encounters, she don't say no names no more. Y'all notice that, family? What you're doing is you're dancing around them W folks. Because you know Billy Bob Thornton is over there in that damn trailer park, and he calling you every damn name in the book. But you ain't going to say nothing to him, because guess who he is? That's your daddy, and you are Fleabee. And I just told everybody, Fleabees love they supremacists, mommy and daddy.
I am so over you. I want you out. We want to impeach you. Puerto Rico wants you out. Donald Trump, we want you out. This video is going to be taken down, but I do want to let it be known, Donald Trump, we are not our ancestors. This is a new generation.
What? Wait, did she just take our stuff, fam? Family, remember black folks were saying we not our ancestors? And then we came in and said, yes, the hell we are? Is this her twisted tamale version of that? We not our ancestors. We're not. Yeah, you are. Because your ancestors are losers too. And they failed. The reason why you live in a failed homeland is because your ancestors are a bunch of failures. Fam, you don't just wake up and be in some homeland that's broken and it's just because it's one generation. No, that's generation after generation after generation that has failed. Don't let these people run that game at all.
Take it down all you want. Censor it all you want. You talk so much stuff about China. You're the one censoring everything.
And you're the one from a failed homeland that you had to flee, and you so worried about black Americans, but we ain't worrying about you. See it? See it, fam? See, this is the hush-hush that they don't want to talk about. This is what they don't want to say. First off, we are our ancestors, and she took something that a bunch of COONs used to do. And this is what they do. They try to regurgitate what we said. Here's the difference between black American ancestors and the FLIR ancestors. Black Americans are so strong today because our ancestors were so strong yesterday. And they passed down greatness. They passed down strength. They passed down empowerment. Now, let me tell you what your ancestors passed down. Fleeing, hopping, skipping, jumping, blaming, and then anti-black racism. You don't just wake up today in one generation to a failed homeland. If it's a failed homeland today, that means it was a failed homeland yesterday. Decades, centuries. You go all the way back and you will see failure after failure after failure because grandma after grandma after grandma ran. grandpa after grandpa after grandpa hopped, skipped, and jumped. So therefore, your ass is hop, skipping, and jumping over dirt, over toilet paper, over piss in the street, and over bodies in the street because ain't nobody came to clean it up. Now, I want everybody to understand this is what we mean. This is who the Democrats want Black Americans to get on the same page with. This is who they try to tell us, oh, we all the same now. If you look at it technically now, family, she talking about this, that, and the other thing, but that's your homeland. Your homeland don't look too homey. Shout out to all the people who come from good homelands where you don't have to worry about that type of trash. Matter of fact, no lie, today was trash day in my neighborhood. And in trash day in my neighborhood, I didn't see no type of trash like this. Fam, they be out there breaking the records for being dirty. There ain't more dirty than these people right here. These folks is dirty. I tell them, I said, hey, dirty, brother ain't got no money. That's all it is. And they know we got the money and we got the cachet and we got the clout. And this is what everybody's doing, fam. What they're doing now is they're trying to clout chase Black Americans. Cling on to us long enough and maybe you'll get $1. Okay, and then you could take it back to your homeland if you even want to go back. Now we're starting to see what this black and brown coalition is all about. You see why they all ran to the internet and put out those fake numbers and try to say that Bad Bunny was the winner. We've been telling everybody for the longest amount of time. Family, the Super Bowl ended and the damn game was just there. Fam, they didn't even give the damn Seahawks the trophy yet. And they had already ran to the internet and start talking about how Bad Bunny was the new Michael Jackson. Family, I'm not even lying. It was Super Bowl Sunday. And Sunday night, they had already declared him as the greatest entertainer in the world, an international superstar, and all Black folks have to take a back seat. And come to find out, nope, ain't none of that happened. And now they all went quiet. Fam, social media ain't popping like it was just a few days ago. A few days ago, they was running their mouth talking reckless. Now, they're quiet again. But ain't that what they do, family? They run their mouth, they talk reckless, we check them, they get quiet. Because we've been exposing that the black and brown coalition is exactly that. There's no coalition. It ain't us. We ain't the same. And we'll never be the same. What we've done as certified foundational Black Americans, family, and this foundational February, we've been letting it be known that Black Americans control the yard. And these people don't like us controlling the yard because they don't control nothing. I said this just the other day, and I'm going to say it again, family. Y'all rock with me as we go. What these people are suffering from is I can't prepare my dinner syndrome. They're mad that we're the only people that can eat on our own. They can't eat on their own, so they're so jealous of us. And they wish that they'd come over here and live our lives. I want all y'all to know that. You do know this is purely just a simple case of jealousy. They can't live our life, and they wish they could. And since they can't, they down bad and broken. That's all it is. They come from broken homelands. They speak broken English, and they got broken spirit. And foundational Black Americans, we ain't even the root cause of that because we don't care. And family, do you know now they're trying to say it's got to be something? What's the reason why Kendrick Lamar is still the #1 Super Bowl halftime performance and Bad Bunny crashed all the way out? Do y'all know now they done hopped to this excuse? They're saying Kendrick Lamar sold his soul. Family, when you got to start reaching into hocus pocus, they trying to hocus pocus they way out or they crash out. Now they're saying that Kendrick Lamar only is #1, only is better than Bad Bunny because he sold his soul. Y'all look at this, fam. You can't make up this Belgrande babble or this tamale ranting. But here you go. Look at it right here, family. Look at your screen. Watch this woman say Kendrick Lamar had to sell his soul to win.
Getting real fucking irritated with the fact that everybody's coming on here being like, oh, Bad Bunny sold his soul and that's why he's performing at the Super Bowl halftime. Run that shit back. What the fuck did I say with Kendrick? Kendrick sold his soul to the industry because that fool would not be fucking performing at the Super Bowl halftime show if he didn't. Oh, but all of a sudden, Bad Bunny is the one that sold his soul and Kendrick wasn't. Kendrick was for the people. Kendrick was never for the fucking people. Okay, run that shit back. Run that back. Run that back. Did we forget? The fuck? Getting real fucking irritated with the fact that everybody's coming on here being like, oh.
Boy, this cope is on maximum. Family, did she just sit there and say that Kendrick Lamar could only win if he sold his soul? No, he sells tickets. Unlike what you do, okay? He sells tickets internationally, unlike what your community does. That's what's really going on here. Oh, fam, they out here making stuff up. Boy, you ain't lying. They can't make it up, but they trying. Okay, let me make this clear, family. Let me make this clear. All this talk about who's an international superstar, have you ever noticed they only applied that term to foreigners who ain't Black Americans? Have y'all noticed that? Notice this, fam. How the hell is Bad Bunny an international superstar and Shabusi is an international superstar when the biggest, strongest, most thorough country on the planet don't rock with your music? Family, how the hell can you be number one if the number one country don't listen to you? And notice they never apply international superstar to a Black American. You ever notice that, family? How the hell is Kendrick Lamar not considered that? They just say, oh, Kendrick Lamar just went around and did concerts. Fam, I can show you right now Kendrick Lamar doing concerts over in Europe, and them folks is jumping for joy, jumping over, crashing out. Did we get to the point where we point out Beyonce? What about Chris Brown? Chris Brown going all over the world doing backflips. What about Michael Jackson, the biggest star on the earth ever? All of the international superstars come back to Black America because we're the only ones with an international culture. Ain't nobody doing the damn salsa in Europe. Ain't nobody doing the damn salsa in the Middle East. They're not doing the damn salsa in Asia because we ain't doing the damn salsa here in America. But let me tell you what they doing. They out there Memphis juking. They doing the two-step. They leaning back. They doing every type of dance, every type of style, every type of structure that comes from our lineage, not theirs. And what this is really doing, fam, this is really pissing them off because now they're realizing that that international superstar stuff has crashed out. They can't run that international superstar. This is why I tell everybody, we done shut them down to the point where they can't do nothing. And if we're talking about somebody selling their soul, remember, y'all, everybody's coming out right now talking about all those lyrics that is in Bad Bunny's music. They talking about all that filth that was coming from him. Ain't nobody talking about that when it come to us. These people are carbon copies who can't even do that correctly. You can't build your homeland. You can't build up your own institutions. You got nothing going for yourself, and you can't even steal properly. How the hell can't you steal properly, family? We had a troll in the chat the other day, and the damn troll couldn't even spell. And this is one of they people. This person was trying to say, y'all can't even read, and their even had like 5 L's, 3 W's, 6 7s. I mean, they was throwing numbers in there, fam. They can't do nothing properly, and they get mad at foundational Black Americans because we do everything properly. The jealousy is on one. See, the difference, though, between our era and the previous eras, all we doing is watching these people, identifying these people, and we checking them, and then we get to the check. We ain't stopping the car for these people who can't even build up their own homeland. Family, I don't stop the car if you ain't even got gas in your car. All right. You just walk and you keep on talking. And foundational Black Americans are out here winning. And I'm telling y'all, they coming up with every excuse in the book, y'all. Look at this one right here. This is the main dude. Y'all remember this guy right here? He was in the beginning talking all that talk, talking about how, well, Kendrick Lamar, he ain't no good. He was the main one. This guy right here. He was talking. Now look at him saying, white corporate America conspired to change Bad Bunny's NFL halftime show views. Watch this coping.
Originally, when the NFL released the numbers, many of my fellow Hispanics already know, originally when the NFL released the numbers, they claimed that it was 135 million plus views that Bad Bunny had attained during the NFL's halftime show. But because white corporate America, who hates Latinos, decided to revise those numbers and change it from 135 million to 125 million in order to push Bad Bunny from first place, breaking the record, all the way down to 125 million. Now, the reason this is propaganda is for reason number one is that Bad Bunny is known to have more between 82 and 86 million monthly listeners on Spotify and other music platforms. Not only that, but take into account that he broke the record on the amount of views that the halftime show received on social media.
Oh, no, he didn't. You lying. Ha ha, you mad. Family, what this is now is, do any of y'all believe any of these Bad Bunny numbers? Isn't it starting to look now more and more, y'all, like all of his numbers are fabricated? If you did all of that, then how come people didn't turn out for the Super Bowl? Or is it what we always said? America don't listen to your music, bruh. Family, did we just sit here and expose them one day with 100 and different things at one time? Family, have we exposed these individuals? Now people starting to look at them numbers, them streaming numbers, and saying, I don't believe that's the case. I don't think that's the truth. I truly believe that all of the numbers are fake and all of the numbers is trash and nobody believes you anymore. This is why they so upset, family, because with one certified G-checking, we done ran all that paperwork back. And now people is looking and saying, it was the government who did it. Bam, is he giving the Spanish version of it's the government? It's always the government with these people. You know the government that they always vote for? You know the government that they always love? It's funny, they don't ever love the government until Black Americans start calling them out. When we start checking them, then it's the government. It's the government. The government is filled with a bunch of anti-Black Americans just like you, Julio. And Julio's mad that he can no longer Julio his way into Black American spaces. Let's just call a spade a spade. Let's call a taco truck a taco truck. Bad Bunny flopped. And the quicker you accept the flopping and quit worrying about us, the better you'll move on. There'll be another Super Bowl and you can flop again. Here's the cool thing about being a failure, a fleer, and a flopper. You can continuously do it and no one will care. We don't care now. The same way we didn't care during the Super Bowl performance. So just flop today. You can flop the next time and continue to flop just like your grandmother flopped and your grandfather flopped and your nieces and nephews. They all just flop. They just flop all over the damn place. But they can't ever flop some damn money in that homeland though, huh? So that shows you why you're so jealous. You can't get nothing and you got to watch us and we have everything. And this is the foundational Black American certified way, y'all. These people understand that wherever we go, we good. Whatever we do, we straight. And whatever they do, they got to have mommy and zaddy around. There's so much pent up aggression that they have towards Black Americans. And it all goes back to this. We ain't helping you when it comes to ICE. You have an ICE problem, not a Kendrick Lamar problem. You have a deportation problem, not a Michael Jackson problem. You have a get your ass sent back to your shithole country problem, not a Super Bowl halftime performance problem. You need to focus on what you need to focus on, because the more you focus on Black Americans, the more you embarrass yourself. And I'm just here to let you know it ain't going nowhere. And family, when I tell you it ain't going nowhere, and I tell y'all that we're extremely highly motivated on getting our game plan done, fam, we know the assignment. We know the assignment. And our assignment ain't their assignment. Let me tell you what it's really hitting for. Family, a lot of things came out that were quite strange. Quite strange. Let me show y'all this right here. Look at your screen, my brothers and sisters. Look at your screen. This lets you know that the numbers were getting twisted, but the numbers were getting twisted because they were trying to make it look like Bad Bunny was some type of successful act. Family, look at your screen right here. Look at your screen. I'm going to show y'all two different messages that I end up seeing. Look at this, family. It said, according to Samba TV data, the 2026 Super Bowl halftime show Bad Bunny reached 26.5 million U.S. households, down 8 from 28.8 million for Kendrick. Kendrick didn't do 28.8. He did way more than that. Hell no, Kendrick did way more than that. And look at this, fam. The person ended up saying, can you confirm that Kendrick Lamar's numbers, it wasn't much higher? And then Gronk came back and said, upon double checking, Kendrick's 2025 Super Bowl halftime show reached 43.4 million U.S. households. Such number higher than 28 million I previously stated. Bad Bunny's 2026 show drew 26 million, a 39% decline. Apologies for the error. What? Hold up. You mean to tell me that the damn AI is saying, I'm sorry, I messed up. I'm sorry, I conflated the numbers. I'm sorry, I apologize. Do y'all see why everybody ran to the internet and was trying to make it look like Bad Bunny had some massive performance? They was trying to do the whole fix, wasn't they? And family, I don't believe that Bad Bunny's numbers are the ones they say it is. I think it's a few million less than that. I think the number 4 slot is probably like 8. Straight. I think the Beach Boys whooped his ass. He got his ass whooped by the Beach Boys. They done threw a beach towel at him. You know, you can't even handle the Beach Boys. Don't come talking to me about Kendrick. And you better not even mention Michael Jackson. So family, they have deportation problems, ice problems, fleeing problems, and apparently Beach Boy problems. That right there shows y'all, fam. They ran to the internet and put out this narrative. Fam, every single organization that was out there putting out those statistics has to be put in question. This was all a play from the Democrats. The Democrats, the people who have the most to stand to gain from all of this, was behind it all. They ran to the internet to put out this fake narrative so they can try to influence things. And didn't Kendrick Lamar say it best? You can't fake influence. Damn, family, ain't that poetic? Ain't everything we do poetic? I could say something right now, and a year from now, everybody will say, damn, FBA called it again. You can say something right now. In a year from now, everybody gonna say, FBA did it again. Because foundationals are always right, and everybody else got to take flight. And that flight gonna land them back to the place that they hate, they homelands. And family, when I tell y'all that all of this stuff is contrived, I want y'all to see how these people truly feel about us. Look at this guy. He starts bringing in the Bible. This man says that the Bible says that Black Americans got to be a part of the Black and Brown Coalition. I ain't lying. You can't make this up. Watch your Black and Brown Coalition telling more Black and Brown lies.
Man, if you're a so-called black man and you support what's happening to the Hispanics, you need to wake up. It's not for your benefit. It's not because a white man wants to give you jobs, okay? Think about what he did to you in Jim Crow. Think about what he did to you from the 1800s, 1860s, around there when you was in slavery. When you were not, when you were in slavery, going through hell. After that, when you were still going through hell, until this goddamn day, you're still going through hell. You understand? If you look into the history of the Hispanics, listen, we was going through hell too. We was in slavery too. How do you think they came into this land and took over? After Hernan Cortez took over Tenochtitlan, the Aztec Empire, guess what they did? They called it New Spain. You understand? They had indigenous people and black people, guess what? In the mines, slaving to death, slaving until we died. That's what they.
Fam, here comes another tether history lesson. What's up with these damn tethers always trying to tell us about our history? You guys don't understand. Remember this? Remember that? I thought it was Juan Crow. Fam, if they went through all of this stuff as well, how come they can only recite when it goes on with us? You can only bring up what happened to black folks, but you tell us that black folks and your folks went through the same thing. How come you ain't talking about Juan Crow? Because it don't exist. How come you not talking about all the oppression y'all face because you love it? How come you always are trying to give us a history lesson about us, but you ain't did enough for your own people? Pedro, put the tamale down and talk some sense.
They was doing. You understand? So the same way they had you in slavery in the 1800s, slaving until death, torturing you and killing you, doing all types of stuff, they was doing it to us too. You understand? They was doing it to us too, but on a different land. It's the same enemy, same oppression. You understand? So if they doing it to us right now, guess what? They're gonna do it to you too, brother. That's why you gotta wake up, man. Don't fall for the trap. Don't be so quick to run back to Egypt, to run back to the oppressor because you think he's doing something for you. He's not doing the goddamn thing for you.
Oh, hell no. Hey, boy, miss us with the Egypt. Did he just throw Egypt in there, family? Family, did he just throw Egypt in there? He must think we Africans or something. I know how it is, Mr. Mutombo. Run on back now. Don't do that. Don't do that. Be very cautious what you do, Mr. Mutombo. Hell no. Hell no, hell no, hell no. Look at that, fam. That's desperation right there. That's desperation. I want y'all to see how we're highlighting all the dirt with these individuals, all the things that they've been hush, hush, quiet about. We done shut down the no such thing organizations, fam. There ain't no such thing as a Black and Brown coalition. Where's the headquarters? Where's the headquarters for the Black and Brown coalition? What about the minorities or the people of color? Have any of y'all ever got the permission to sign up for this stuff? They don't exist. So the fact that these people always try to dump that back on us and we sending it back to them, that lets you know it's a new time frame and it's a new day and it's a new era. And this era ain't playing none of that right there. They got to go through every single thing they can because we got them desperate. We got them against the ropes. You seen two faces from these people. You seen when they thought that they upped Black Americans in a competition we weren't even having with them. When they thought that they had one on Kendrick Lamar, I showed y'all video after video after video on social media. They was on some na boo-boo. They was making fun of black folks, singling out Kendrick, threw Michael Jackson in there, brought up Chris Brown. And then when they found out that them numbers was dirt, they all went 0, dark 30 and started talking about Black and Brown again. No. See, the thing is, family, they've been able to jump from thing to thing and just be hypocrites and bigots for whatever they do. They can be anti-black and still talk about friendship. They can hate on your whole family and then still talk about a family tree. What we've been doing in the Renaissance is we've been saying, nope, nope, hell no. The thing where you're going to be anti-black on the left, but then on the right, you're going to turn around and act like you got love for us. You ain't got no love for us because we ain't got no love for you. Black Americans only care about Black Americans, y'all. Simple as that. And this is the way it should have been, but this is the way it is now. And I'm telling y'all, the whole generation we got right now is pushing that line further than they ever expected. We done shut down every single op organization group that they send towards us. And now you're seeing these people crashing out in full display. We've been knew about all of that. And the main thing that we've been knowing, family, is that you ain't got no love for Black Americans because you ain't got no love for America. And if you ain't got no love for America, then how the hell you gonna love the people who built it? You see the difference between us and them, y'all? These people been waving every single flag they can find because they want to come over here to the United States and take. And they want to be next to them white folks. This is what it's all hitting for, brothers and sisters. And now we, as certifieds, we putting it into all of that. We letting them know off rip, off top, and off the jump that Black Americans are out here holding it down in the most simple way. There's an old Black American saying, and this really clarifies where we are today in the grassroots. They say, Black folks, are you down with the Black and Brown coalition? We say, hell no. Minorities, leeches of color, BIPOC, hell no. They say, well, who you looking out for? And we say, me, myself, and I. And I will see your ass to the door because you can't come up in here no damn more. Y'all look at this, though. They flip from everything. And then they also tell us that they're going to say the N-word. Oh, yeah, family. Are we going to go there? We're going to expose the anti-Black racism that's been going on in Latin America forever. And we're going to highlight how these people are nothing but spicy supremacists. That's what they are. Y'all watch this right here and how this man says they got to say the N-word. They can't help it. Watch this.
They say, you know, if somebody calls you a long enough, you start believing you're a bitch.
Damn.
So imagine calling yourself the N-word day in, day out, day in, day out, day in, day out.
But you see so many of us doing it, you know.
But listen though, but
us,
not.
well,
I mean,
you know, us as brown people.
Yeah, us. No, listen. I believe it was a trend, but I see it dying now slowly. You know what I mean? Because you got the culture thriving so much just off its own. Like I believe, look, Doug, I don't think that us as a culture, we thought that an artist like Peso Pluma would blow up before a Mexican rapper. In mainstream American,
yeah.
You know, I don't think nobody ever thought Drake would bring out a corrido singer before a rapper.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So the artists and the mainstream media is slowly but surely giving us a message. Like, dog, your culture is enriched. It's the shit. But who's keeping it alive? Think about it. It's those kids whose parents brought them up on corrido music that never let them forget about their culture. Those kids that their parents forced them to party like they partied in the ranchos and where they came from. You know what I'm saying? Yes. So, and they're winning. So that should be a testament to little homies now. Like staying true to your roots is more important and will benefit you more in the long run because you're authentic. They say,
does fling add into all of that? And did you see, family, how he just simply said they say the N-word because they get called it so much? Is that what he was saying? Somewhere between the tamale and the tacos and the nachos, I got dropped off. He lost me. Was he saying that they get called the N-word so much, so they have to say it? See, family, this whole thing of solidarity makes people feel that they can talk to you the same way you talk to your people. And this is what they've been running for the whole time. When Black Americans say whatever the hell we choose to say, that ain't for you to say it back to us. I don't give a damn that you from the hood. I don't give a damn if you listen to rap music. Think about this, fam. This is how low they feel about our community. They think we're all from the projects. You ever notice that? How many of y'all notice that? I know y'all do. How many of you guys notice that every time we would call somebody out for saying the N-word, the first thing they'd say is, I'm from the hood too. Well, here's a news flash. Not all Black people are from the hood. And our community is much bigger than the hood. And the people in the hood would whoop your ass if you said it as well. So there ain't no refuge in the hood. How many of y'all remember that? Y'all remember hearing that stuff? Man, I grew up around y'all. And so if I grow up around millionaires, do I got $1 million in the bank? Nope. This little thing where if I'm next to you, I can say what you say. That don't fly. And Black Americans ain't going for it. Let me tell you why. Because how you sit there and you see him talking about the N-word right there, let me give you guys a prime example of how they really feel about the N-word. Right there, he's trying to make it look like it's all hunky-dory and it's a nice thing. But let me show y'all, since we doing some real exposing right now, I told y'all, we done already put an end to the black and brown coalition. We only gonna take it a step further today and do a damn victory lap around it. Let me cancel all of that out. They make it sound like they say the N-word out of love, right? But let me show you how they really say it. This right here is going to show y'all all of the anti-black American hatred that Bad Bunny's people participate in, the Democrats participate in, and a whole damn community. Does this sound like out of love, y'all?
You can call in and ask all that. Here's the information right here. There's a number on the back.
I got you, brother.
Yeah.
I got you.
We got cameras in there.
It's all good. I know.
So everything's recorded. They'll see how fast that I'm going and all that.
I know the speed limit here, brother.
Okay, that's cool.
I got hit by a trash truck.
Okay, that ain't my problem. Not a trash truck.
No, you're FedEx.
Okay.
You ain't.
You're not a
This
either.
is Barrio Chula Vista, homie.
Okay, I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a nigga.
Okay. What unit are you?
Yes, I'm black.
I said, what unit are you?
Yes, I'm black.
I didn't say race, unit, so I know not to deliver.
Stop. Tell me y'all caught that. She calls him the N-word multiple times, and then she says, I'm black. Did y'all hear that? Listen to her. Right when she's starting to bend the corner around that damn truck, she says, I'm black too. You ain't black, Selena. Stop playing. Quit playing. You know damn well your ass is from Tijuana. You ain't no damn black person at all. This is why it's dangerous to allow these people to do that black and brown stuff, because they can just say slurs towards you, and when you call them out, they'll jump to blackness real quick. You have allowed these people to jump in and out of blackness like we playing hopscotch. Them days are over. That is a byproduct of soft C-O-O-N folks, Democrats, Demorats, and a bunch of boule people who done allow these people to think that they can say something and then say, well, I'm black too. This is them trying to use that as a weapon against us. Listen to her carefully. She says, well, I'm black.
You're FedEx.
Okay.
You ain't.
You're not a
This
either.
is Barrio Chula Vista, homie.
Okay, I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a nigga.
Okay. What unit are you?
Yes, I'm black.
I said, what unit are you?
Right there.
I didn't say, what unit are you?
Yes, I'm black.
I said, what you?
Yes, I'm black.
I said, what?
Yes, I'm black.
I said, what unit are you?
She said, yes, I'm black too. Fam, they just pull out blackness whenever they want. She know damn well it's me no speak English, me no black. They don't want nothing to do with black folks until they get called out for saying the N-word. And then they want to be down with black people. You ain't down with black people. You ain't down with brown people. Your ass wants a white delight. And if you can't get it, then you crash out. Them days is over. We canceling all that. She failed the same way Bad Bunny failed, and black Americans is hitting them both up double time. Let's go.
I didn't say race, unit, so I know not to deliver.
I don't order something here.
Yeah, because you can't afford it.
Watch this, family. This right here is another example of them using the N-word. Remember all them folks talking about, I got to say the N-word too now. Or people saying, well, they can say it, they're near us. Watch this. A black person goes out to one of those ICE protests, right? Thinking it's all fine and dandy, thinking he gonna go fight against ICE. All the things that they're trying to get us to do. Remember this, fam. They had the Grammy Awards trying to get us to go fight against ICE. They had the Super Bowl halftime performance, or should I say the Super Bowl halftime flop by Bad Bunny. They had that, trying to get black Americans to go out there and fight against ICE. They say that we're getting detained. We're next. We're going to get deported. All these things they told us. So we went out there and put ourselves on the front line as human shields for these Latinos that call us the N-word. Well, a black guy goes out there and he thinks that he's out there doing all the black and brown coalition work, right? Family, look how these people called him the N-word. And they didn't say it in a nice way. Watch, family. He thinks he's really out there doing something. Look at that man right there. Look at Mr. Belgrande. Look how mad he is, family. Look at this right here. And watch him go in on the black guy.
He got it. That's what we're doing. That's what needs to be done. Not to the U.S. Not to the people that are Africana. Country, you are not from the country. Don't be stupid. People that are africana. Country, you are not from the country. Don't be stupid.
Family, you notice everybody there is looking in a different direction, and these two guys right here are only looking in the black guy's direction. Look at it, fam. Nobody's looking at the black guy except for them. Look at this, fam. Look at this. Nobody's over there looking in that direction except for the people calling him the N-word. Look at this. Look at this, fam. He thought he was over there cooking. He thought he was over there doing the work and getting called every name in the book. This is what happens to them folks who go out there and crash out. This is what happens to all them fools who think it's going to be good to put on the cape. The cape will put you on a gurney. You better be very cautious of it, fam. And look at him right there, getting called out.
That's what we're doing. That's what needs to be done. Not to U.S. Not to people that are Gaza, out of everything. Africana. Country, you are not from the country.
And family, you know, like I know, like we all know, at this person right there talking, and the answer is this. Oh, you thought that was going to get by me? Shit. That's a tether right there. And this is what they've been doing. They know we're not out there on the front line, so they go get a bunch of tethers to go get on the front line. That's the tether trying to cape for a spicy supremacist, and the spicy supremacist is telling the melanated other person that your ass ain't from here. And notice he says, African. Tethers don't speak for Black Americans, and Black Americans don't rock with tethers. But family, that ain't the only time that this has went down. Did y'all see this right here? Where the Latino women start calling the black guy monkey, and they start dropping a bunch of N-words. So all that Bad Bunny talk, all that black and brown talk, all that minority people of color talk, this right here is what the truth has always been. These people are the most anti-black folks on the planet. They just got a little Goya powder with it.
Are you laughing, monkey? Are you laughing, monkey? Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Your man's bling. Your man's bling. Your man.
Family, I know she ain't trying to run her mouth. Family, she looks like, hold on, here we go. Family, I don't listen to nobody built like that, okay? She looks like a fire hydrant wrapped in a burrito tortilla, all right? Straight up and down. If you are built like a fire hydrant wrapped around a tortilla with some lettuce, your ass ain't got no business talking about nobody. You better just go ahead and get you some salsa and be quiet. I don't listen to tortilla fire hydrants. All right, you look like somebody done busted a left, hit a U-turn, end up in Alamogordo, Texas, and they got no damn money in their bank account, and now you want to go get mad at the nearest black person. Somebody get this woman some taco hell and tell her to shut the hell up because you ain't moving the crowd.
Your man's bling. Your man's bling. Your man's bling. Your man's bling. Hey, come on. Come on. And you're black. What? Nigga, you're next. You're next, nigga. What you fucking know? I don't want shit.
Stop. Here's another one. Fam, 1, 2, 3. You had the first person that was trying to tell the black guy he the N-word and she from some Mexican area, and then she says, I'm black too. You had the second time where the two guys was calling out the African guy who thought he was going to go to the protest. You seen the third one with the tortilla fire hydrant. Now this is at an ICE protest, and the ICE agent got to check her. Who's really representing here, family? Who's really down with us? You see the damn ICE agent is defending black folks more than the liberals are. Look at this, fam. She's saying the N-word left and right, and the damn ICE agent got to tell her to knock it off. Makes you wonder, is the anti-black American hatred on ICE's side, or is it coming from the protesters?
Nigga, you're next! You're next, nigga! What you? What you fucking know? I don't want shit! Fuck you! It's a shit! Fuck you!
Sir, I need to move.
Fucking house nigga working for the fucking KKK. What the fuck's wrong with you people? Why are you calling a woman a man? I mean, what kind of a guy does that?
Stop. There you go. There you go. I can't say much more. You see that, family? And here's the crazy thing about it. That was 3 minutes, y'all. In 3 minutes, we have spoke about and highlighted the black and brown coalition more than the Democratic Party has for 60 years. The biggest lie that they tell is that there's any type of love on their side towards us, family. It isn't. It's nothing more than a mechanism to be anti-black and not get caught. And then take our tangibles, take our resources. You got to understand, somebody who's from a third world, broken down country, they love to steal from black Americans to take it home because they ain't got it at their house. What it really is, y'all, they got their eyes on our money. They got their eyes on our clout. They got their eyes on everything we create because they can't create. Don't you ever trust somebody who ain't got their homeland popping. Family, would you trust somebody who's living in a sewer? If somebody's living in an empty sewer, would you leave them in your house? Would you let them in your house, number one? But say they did somehow get in your house. Would you leave them around a stack of hundreds? Would you leave them around your big screen TV? Would you put your cell phone there? This is why I tell everybody, the T in tether stands for thief. And these people want to thieve off of what black Americans achieve because they can't do it on their own. That's what this has always been about. So you see right there, hush, quiet, no words, no talk. We've been telling people for the longest amount of time, there ain't no black and brown coalition because these people are ops. These people damn sure want to see black Americans have a downfall. They don't want to see black Americans on the come up. Look at this right here. This is what we're talking about. Right there, family. Look at this person. This person out here talking about Kendrick Lamar when this dude trying to do his hair like a black person. You see what I'm saying? All they do, family, is come in, try to steal our culture, and walk out the door. That's all it is, fam. This is all you're going to get when you deal with these individuals. You ain't going to get nothing of clarity. You're not going to get nothing solidified. You're not going to get nothing of real genuine. Everything that you see is going to be these individuals trying to take because they cannot make any damn thing. That's the difference between black Americans and the whole world. Black Americans can get it on our own. And when you can get it on your own, you act different. You move different. It's always been anti-black American hatred. Because let me tell you the way the world functions, everybody, okay? The world functions like this. Everybody on the planet Earth, they view black Americans and then they get mad at black Americans because black Americans don't kiss you know what from nobody, and that's what they do. They got to bow down every time the dominant society rolls up. They don't like us standing on business. You got to remember, y'all, our long history of fighting the oppressor is fighting their mommy and daddy. Don't you ever separate the oppressor from these tethers, mommy and daddy. The same oppressor that we speak of is the same oppressor that they view as mommy and daddy. All victims of the system of supremacy are not created equal. That's a mistake that people made way back in the past. They thought, well, hold on now. The system of supremacy oppresses you and they oppress me. We must be friends. Where in the hell they do that at? Where in the hell did that become a thing? So the system of supremacy oppresses you. So that makes us family? No, my family's only certifieds, only black Americans, grassroots, standing on 10. Everybody else is going in the wind. We understand now by being the real ones, the regulators, that everything that these people say is always motivated out of jealousy for us. And the best thing about this era, y'all, we've embraced the hate. Embrace the hate. They're going to hate anyway. What do we say as foundational black Americans, family? Okay, they're going to be mad, then give them something to be mad about. They're going to be jealous, give them something to be jealous about. Well, these people are mad and they jealous and we're going to give it to them. They're going to have to just deal with it and they're going to have to watch it shine. And that's what's happening right now. But I want y'all to notice something very prominent and very focused about this black and brown coalition. Family, these individuals have always been here and they've always been getting escorted into black American spaces. And Dr. Claude Anderson told us years ago how it was all going to play out with these immigrants coming to America and being willing participants in the erasure of black folks. And all the Democrats was quiet then, they quiet now. You don't think for 1 second. You don't think Barack Obama has seen all this footage? You don't think Jasmine Crockett has seen all this footage? You don't think Kamala Harris, Joe Biden has seen all this footage? Family, they know about the anti-black racism from the Latino community just as much as we know about it. They just are quiet about it because it doesn't benefit them politically. Everything people do is they come to us with their version of blackness. They camouflage being a Democrat in pro-blackness. They camouflage being a black American in this fake pro-blackness, but they're not really for us. They see all this just as much as we do, fam, and we've been exposing that. Shout out to the great Dr. Claude Anderson. Dr. Claude Anderson said this in 1994. And tell me if this doesn't still ring true today, brothers and sisters.
Is that you're going to have an unending influx of immigrants into the country. And that's what Dr. Price is talking about. And nobody, no black politician, no black organization wants to deal with that issue. They will avoid it at all costs, even though in their hearts they know that's one of the biggest problems for black folk. We anticipate in the next 10 to 12 years approximately 8 to 6 million Hispanics coming into the United States and 41 million Asians. You have been the majority minority for 400 years in this country. You have been the number 2 population for 400 years. You're going to get kicked out of being number 2. You're going to go down and become number 4. Now, common sense, even a 3rd grade education would tell you, if you didn't get anything when you were number 2, is that you're going to have an unending.
Y'all better show some love to Dr. Claude. I'm telling you, show some love to Dr. Claude Anderson. Much love. That is exactly what we've been witnessing. Here's the thing, fam. You can't listen to people who spoke about internationalism before the Civil Rights Act. And then after the Civil Rights Act, when you start talking about the 80s and the 90s, when it was really being implemented, any type of belief is just a belief. It's outdated. And then the game needs to be updated. Anytime people run around here, family, and they start naming off all these black Americans and say, well, this person was a Pan-African. This person was about internationalism. Yep, before the Civil Rights Act. Because they didn't know the way these people come here to the United States of America and the way they treat black folks. I'm telling you now, let Malcolm X see the videos I just showed you. I bet he'd be talking like FBA right now. Let Huey P. Newton see these same videos. You name the person. If they seen the same videos that we see or the same things we see with our own eyes, wouldn't be nobody trying to use them against us. When you seen these people come into the United States of America and be used as a proxy against us, that told you everything you needed to know. And foundational black Americans, we are the only ones speaking that real truth and calling it out for what it really is. These people are the most anti-black people on the planet. Somebody who has black in them and is anti-black, they're the worst ones. You know why? It's because they feel they got to score brownie points with the dominant society. The dark white community is the most dangerous community you're going to find. Absolutely. Because not only can they cloak themselves in blackness, they can also cloak themselves in some type of allyship, some type of friendship, some type of can't we all get along? We was there marching with you. See, they don't like the fact that we've identified the lies and we call it out. Dr. Claude was saying this a long time ago. I want everybody to notice this. They've been wanting to do this. They just didn't have their immigrant numbers up. Something strange happened in 2009. And a lot of people don't talk about this. I think I'm the only one who really highlighted this because this is one of my observations. In 2009, Barack Obama became the president of the United States of America, an immigrant. And they championed that as a victory for black people. But the same exact thing happened in 2009 is that Latinos reached 50 million. And that's who Barack Obama was really for. Why the whole time they was telling us black and brown, black folks, yes, we can. There's a black president. That was a melanated other person president. And the melanated other person president didn't do anything for black people who got him elected. He did things for them 50 million people. If you want to know why immigration is not the same as it was in the 1960s and the 1970s, they didn't have their numbers up. The reason why you see people out here in the street right now crashing out is because the numbers weren't there. Dr. Claude was standing on business then the same way we standing on business now. And when I tell y'all we standing on business, we putting people out of business. It's a beautiful thing when you can stand up and shut them down. And the fact that we crashed out and we made the whole Bad Bunny situation flop and fail, and this is where the vitriol is coming from, we cost a lot of people a lot of money, y'all. We cost a lot of people some bread. A lot of people thought that was going to work. Fam, they didn't do it because they thought it was going to fail. They did it because they knew foundational Black Americans was going to check them, but they thought they had a way out, and we didn't give them a way out. And y'all know who got so mad at this? Think about the Bad Bunny situation, and that's tether number one from the Latino community. Family, do you know that the Caribbeans had something to say as well? Do you know the Caribbeans teamed up with the Puerto Ricans so they can get mad at Black Americans about Bad Bunny? I ain't lying. Family, look at this tether right here. Look at this tether. This man goes out there on one of them. If Black people could just stop it now. Are y'all surprised that I'm about to hit play and you about to hear this man go on a whole Black Americans is bad speech? Family, this is what we're dealing with. And this is why they got to deal with delineation. Watch this.
Yeah, so here's my migrant perspective of the Super Bowl halftime show that nobody asked for. All right, so the biggest topics right now is the uproar in America with the Super Bowl halftime show and Bad Bunny being the main performer. The main reason for this, obviously, is that Bad Bunny is a Hispanic man, a Latin man from Puerto Rico, and so he speaks Spanish. For white conservative Americans, this is on brand for them to be, thrown off by something like this. So we don't have to do too much discussion there. That's completely on brand for them to have a problem with something like that.
No. Hell no. Stop. Everybody, shout out to my sister Natural. If you in here, family, shout out to you. My sister Natural pointed out something to me the other day. Y'all notice they always say, well, we expect the white man to be this way, so we're not going to talk by him. Y'all notice that? Notice, fam, watch what he just did right there. Notice that he said, well, the Black people is surprising now. I didn't expect the Black folks to do that. Now, the white folk, that's what they do. Nah, they're trying to give an excuse, family, why they don't want to go in on them W's. They don't want to say nothing about them folks. He hopped over Brad, hopped over Chad. Well, he probably don't hop over him, probably lays on him, but that's another story. He completely ignored the dominant society's work. And the last guy did that on the last episode. They say, well, that's just how them W's are. Black folks, though, let's talk about you. Every single time you see one of these videos, that's what they say. And we calling it out. South in the building, Alabama, I see you. Family, they always skip over the dominant society and worry about the people who ain't worried about them. Watch further, fam. Watch how he says it and watch how he goes on a whole diatribe about Black Americans.
Conservative Americans, this is on brand for them to be, thrown off by something like this. So we don't have to do too much discussion there. That's completely on brand for them to have a problem with something like that. But the thing that throws me off is Black Americans, like me being an immigrant, a migrant, and seeing how Black Americans are responding to how the Super Bowl performance, not just because they didn't understand it, but because of it's not our culture, this and that. It's slightly mind-boggling for me because the amount of scrutiny and things that Black Americans have had to go through throughout history to reach to a point to even be considered Black Americans or be considered Black or be just not niggas. You would think that when another minority group in a country like this gets an opportunity, it would be celebrated by the masses of minority groups in particular.
No, stop, freeze. Family, all he doing is caping for his fellow Caribbean. Let's make a point here. You notice how they're always saying Black Americans should celebrate other minority groups? How come other minority groups don't celebrate Black Americans? You see how it's always a one-sided thing. Fam, all these coalitions and organizations do not work for us and we cut them off. One is because we never signed up to be with them in the first place. How the hell you gonna be in an invisible organization with an invisible group, a no such thing coalition that doesn't do anything but try to undermine and undercut you? And when you call them out, they throw their hands up or they go run to Zaddy and go tell on you. This is what they've always been doing, family, and we're not going for none of that. Everything that they always say always goes back to, well, you would think Black Americans would support it. I just sat here and showed y'all reparations. They are wholeheartedly against it. The reparations viewpoint from the Latino community is equal to what you see from the white community. And then they turn around and talk, we all black, brother. We all people of color, brother. We all BIPOC, brother. Ain't no we all. The days of black and are over. There's no more black and. We shut that down with this renaissance, fam. There ain't no black and brown, black and people of color, black and diaspora, black and Democrat, black and Republican. It's just black. Good old-fashioned, uncorrupted, unmessed with, unfucked with black American. That's just how we getting down. And you can see the tether babble all the way down the street. They done sent in their melanated mop to do some talk back for them.
Of black America, who I think at least for the last few years have had the opportunity of being the Super Bowl halftime performers. You know, it's had Usher, you've had Kendrick, you've had a plethora of black, hip hop entertainers over the last few years at the Super Bowl. But like I said, it's just throwing me off how selfish and borderline prejudice is coming across by a lot of black Americans, because their whole thing is like, I don't understand a lick of what he said. And that's fair. But in this country, a country that doesn't even have an official language, because English is not the official language of America. I believe Spanish is the second most spoken language. So, and then at that, the NFL is trying to widen its reach across the world to other nations where American football is concerned. So like, I am in appreciation of, but yeah, not my country, not my fights, not my.
Oh, not your fight. Oh, it's not his fight, everybody. But it's always got to be our fight. And if we said it wasn't our fight, then they get mad. See, here's what it is, okay? We're going to make this clear. We ain't sitting here taking no damn judgment from no damn fleer. We ain't taking judgment from people who ain't a part of us. If you're out there right now and you think for 1 second, I don't give a damn who told you that you're somehow affiliated, intertwined, or part of Black America, you're not. The only people who are Black Americans are Black Americans. There ain't no and, there ain't no extras. If you ain't a born foundational Black American, you ain't got no business to speak on foundational Black America. That's just the way the game goes. See, these people are spoiled. They're very spoiled, y'all. They think that they can say and do anything to us. And they want to be these criticizers. What this is, fam, this is fleer supremacy. We're going to break that down. This is fleer supremacy. The Democrats done hyped these people up so much with all these tangibles, benefits, and resources that belong to us, with all this citizenship that belongs to us, with all of these EBT cards, high-rise hotels, and $1,000 paychecks that they got when Joe Biden gave to them. They done spoiled these people where they come to America and they think they're going to talk reckless to the people who built America. And the people who built America, we ain't playing none of them games. This is immigrant and fleer supremacy. They think that they're better than Black Americans because they understand that Black Americans don't play none of the games that they be out here playing. They out here playing them games. That ain't how we get down. We don't get down at all like that. And these people are out here talking that talk, always trying to say something, but they don't never really want to stand on it. They don't never really want to own up to it. You're going to own up to it today. And this is why us pulling that plug out the wall has been so powerful and has impacted them so much, because they're mad that we ain't going out there and fighting against ICE for them. That's what it's really about. This is them trying to get us to save them from deportation. The fact that Black Americans have delineated has been a powerful thing. Let me say this, fam. Delineation has only highlighted the century-long anti-Black Americanism that exists within the Latino community, as well as the other tether communities. This has always been here, but delineation has just highlighted it. Why? It's because delineation pissed them off. It's the typical tactic of anti-Blackism. Anytime someone is anti-you, they don't run around all damn day long being mad and angry. It's until you outclass them or you don't do something they want you to do. That's when you see their true colors. When Black folks was running around here going to these protests, they ain't say nothing. When Black folks was out here voting blue no matter who, they ain't say nothing. When Black folks was out here letting themselves be called all these damn names, they ain't say nothing. It wasn't until FBA came through when we started saying, you know what, we foundational Black Americans, we built this thing. And we ain't tolerating disrespect. Now these people start saying what they've been saying behind closed doors. Isn't it funny, y'all? Every time Donald Trump's in office, they always say he done emboldened the racists. now is so much more racist, and all the racist is coming out because of Donald Trump. Notice nobody ever talks about how all the racism comes from the Latino community every time there's a Democrat in office. No one ever talks about that, though, do they? Notice they don't ever say, look at all the racism from the Latino community towards black folks when Joe Biden's in office, or when Barack Obama's in office, or when black folks say, hell no, we ain't going to your protest. You don't ever want to talk about people being emboldened then. You only want to point the finger at the Republican Party. But let me tell you, the liberals and the conservatives are equally racist. And the Latinos are equally as racist as both of them because they went to go vote for those two parties, especially we vote for Trump. So do you see what I'm talking about? And when I tell y'all we in here deep, look at this right here, family. This man goes on a whole spiel and says how black folks and Latino folks need to get together and black folks need to help them fight ICE. Watch this.
Something that I know a lot of you aren't gonna like, but I don't really care. It needs to be said. I keep seeing black people cheering on ICE and saying things like they need to enforce the law. Almost like you guys forgot your own history. And here's something I hear nobody talking about. Mexico abolished slavery in 1829. Let me say that again, 1829. That's 36 years before the United States ever got around to it. And when they did that, any enslaved person who reached Mexican territory was legally free. No debate, no loopholes, no technicalities. Freedom. Mexico refused to return fugitive slaves and even gave some of them land. Meanwhile, the slaveholders in Texas were going nuts begging them to change their laws, which they never did. So how did we go from that history to black and Latino people in 2026 acting like ICE is protecting us? Acting like the same systems that targeted our ancestors somehow.
Our ancestors? Our ancestors? Black folks acting like ICE is protecting us? What? Family, where the hell did he get that one from? How are black folks acting like ICE is protecting us? He ain't making no sense. Where the hell you getting this one from? I don't know what this man trying to get at, y'all. He done dropped me off down the block. We're out here acting like ICE is protecting us and our ancestors. Look at them trying to tie our ancestors. Our ancestors weren't running from deportation. Our ancestors weren't ducking and hiding. I don't know what ancestors you speaking of. You ain't talking about black Americans. Again, we ain't the same. We not the same. It's okay. It is what it is. You can go ahead and go build something on your own if you try hard enough. Okay? That's what you need to worry about. What you mean, our ancestors? We ain't got no ancestors like you.
And Latino people in 2026 acting like ICE is protecting us. Acting like the same systems that targeted our ancestors somehow magically treat us differently now. We've been connected in this struggle for centuries. I mean, the border has always been a line between freedom and oppression, and both of our communities have been on the wrong side of that line at different times. So instead of pointing fingers at each other, how about we start remembering? Something that I know. I'm going to say something that I know.
Why don't we start remembering what? The fake fantasy story that you tell? What? All those lies that nobody can equate for? Everything that you say that nobody can point to? See, family, they're upset because we've called out all their BS. And we know that they don't exist. They were never marching with black Americans. They never stood with black Americans. They only want to take from black Americans. The jig is up and we done called you bluff. Everybody's mad now that black Americans have called them bluff. They thought they were just going to run around forever and just be like, yo, remember that time I was there with you? No, you weren't. Yeah, I was. Remember that day that I helped you? No, you didn't. Yeah, I did. See, fam, they've been trying to get black Americans to play this pretend game. This game where we're just going to pretend that things are happening. We're going to pretend that we got unity. We're not pretending. You go get these soft folks to go do that, but we ain't doing none of that. Why? It's because foundational black Americans are the realest people on the planet. We mean what we say and we say what we mean. And if we feel it, we gonna speak it. And that realism is really breaking a lot of people down. That realism is something that these individuals just can't take. They know damn well that us as certifieds, we on a different type of playing field. We ain't running around here trying to say, well, technically we all the same. No, we're not. We embrace the differences. And what they want to do, family, they want them when it's convenient, and then they want to be us when it's convenient. Anytime you say that you're black and brown or you're this, that, or the other thing, you're welcoming in people to just cosplay as you. Matter of fact, it's even worse. Cosplaying is when you know somebody's acting. a lot of these black folks been allowing these people to pretend to be us, and we just be like, hey, it's cool, everybody can be everybody, right? No, the hell they can't. Remember, y'all, we are not creating the distinction, we're enforcing it. And man, let me tell you something. Dr. Claude was speaking about all these bootleg people, right? Dr. Claude was talking about all these individuals who come out here and then they try to take from us, and how the politicians know this, but they don't say nothing. How Barack Obama actually put together a study and it proved that immigration harms Black Americans the most. And he didn't do nothing about it, but make laws for immigrants. So they're all willing participants in this fake want to be erasure of foundational Black Americans. How many of y'all seen Touré come out? Did y'all see Touré? Y'all know Touré, right? You know, Zesty Touré. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And by the way, is Touré even a Black American? Family, now they're running out here saying that we need to allow the Puerto Ricans to call us the N-word. I'm not lying. Watch this, family. This is what I mean. These people will do anything for the dominant society. Look at this right here. If you want to see some backdoor, family, if you want to see it, I'm going to show it. Watch this.
99.9% of the time, it is wrong for a white person to call a Black person the N-word, but we may have found the exception. In Minneapolis recently,
Stop. We may have found the exception for the N-word. What?
99.9% of the time, it is wrong for a white person to call a Black person the N-word, but we may have found the exception. In Minneapolis recently, a white anti-ICE protester was in a group of anti-ICE protesters yelling at a Black ICE Gestapo agent. An unidentified white male called the Black ICE agent a house N-word who's working for the KKK.
Fam, now they're defending W's calling us the N-word. This is how low budget the Democrats are. We tell everybody they want to see Black people harmed. And now they're saying, call us the N-word. I never thought I'd see something this broken and down bad.
That's right. We have a white man calling a Black man the N-word. But this is a little bit different. White on Black usage of the N-word is a very serious issue. But this is a curveball example. Is it wrong for a white person to call a Black ICE officer a house N-word?
Hell yeah.
Let's explore. The white man who used the N-word in this
No, fam, this is how it starts. This is how it starts. This is why we delineate and we separate and we G-check the Democratic Party. The Democrats are the most anti-Black people on the planet. I don't give a damn how much you're piping on Joe Biden. I don't care how much you're piping on Barack Obama. I don't care if you vote blue no matter who. Your ass is the same op that we talk about. Now they are giving passes to call us the N-word. On top of them not giving us no protections, on top of them undermining us, on top of them dumping immigrants in our community, now they're saying it's okay to call us the N-word. And look at him trying to reason it out. Listen to him trying to break it down scientifically. Oh, it's not that bad now. Family, all this is the same exact thing they've been doing. They don't care about Black people.
Was being historically precise. This Black ICE agent, he is being a house N-word to the utmost degree. A Black man in ICE is a modern house slave. He's a barely paid mule for white supremacy. The KKK were domestic terrorists. ICE is domestic terrorism. I think this is a valid usage of the N-word. He's not attacking his Blackness per se. He's attacking his bootlicking choice to be...
No! You are always attacking someone's Blackness when you call them the N-word, because the N-word is exclusive to Black Americans. Family, this right here is why we don't take the Democrats serious. This is why we will always watch them crash and burn. And this is why Black Americans will never vote for them in mass numbers. You can get the 3 bootlickers and that's it. I want y'all to notice how he's trying to say that the ICE agent who's following protocol in the law is the house N-word, but he's not the house N-word who's condoning someone calling us the N-word. So the Democrats think that the N-word belongs to Black folks who don't vote Democrat. There you go, family. We say it all the time. How do the Democrats respond to you calling them out? They call you the same things they say that the Republicans call you, because the Democrats are nothing more than supremacists themselves.
In ICE while being a Black man. Being Black in ICE makes you a house N-word. So to call you that, it's almost like a professor pointing out, oh, look.
Being in ICE makes you a house N-word? What about being in the Democratic Party? What about saying that W's have a pass to call us the N-word? So wait a minute. W's calling us an N-word is not coming from a House N-word. This is what they saying, family. Everything he's accusing the ICE agent of, he can apply to himself.
There's a modern House N-word. I think this usage is valid and acceptable. If it had just been the N-word, that would be problematic. But when he adds the House N-word, he's being historically realistic. So yes, it is okay to call black ICE agents House N-words. So yes, it is okay to call black ICE agents House N-words. Okay to call black ICE agents House N-words. Okay to call black ICE agents House N-words. They are.
There you go. There you go, my brothers and sisters. That is why we are in the position now why we regulating. This is why we're full-time regulating. This is why we're delineating and we're not going back, family. Basically, they say you can call anybody a racial slur if they don't vote for the Democratic Party. Now, we've been highlighting this because we've been seeing this, but their family, they put it on the main screen. He's basically saying an ICE agent can be racially slurred because they don't vote for the Democrats. While in the process, he's giving people a pass to say so. And I'm not even sure if he's a black American. I don't know his paperwork. I know that he's a Skittles bag American. Okay, so a Skittles bag Democratic shield said that a W liberal can call black folks the N-word in the name of brown folks. None of that has anything to do with us. I want you to listen there, fam. Listen to who gains in that scenario and listen who doesn't. So a Skittles bag Democrat says that a W liberal can say the N-word to a black person because ICE is arresting Latino people. So I hear Latino, Skittles bag, liberal, and I hear Democrat, and black people in this whole scenario, we just get called the N-word. That's all we get out of this whole thing. And all they get out of this whole thing is that right there in a plantation that has been burned down to the ground on election day and regulating and stepping on them. That's what they get, family. So you see right now where we are and how we moving and why we so strong. We ain't tolerating none of that. F him, F the Democrats, F the liberals, and F anybody who got a problem with what we saying. Remember, y'all, we control this. We shutting them down. We got all the political and social power. The youth are following us. You're not brainwashing the youth with that. I'm going to tell you right now, I know about 15 young folks, and if you came to them talking about something, it's okay to say the N-word. It's going to be okay when your ass wakes up on the concrete. The youth are rocking with us, okay? The elderly are rocking with us. And we're moving out all that boule energy because that boule energy is the reason why we're in the situation today where we got to delineate. Family, it's all about the lineage. It's all about the certifieds. It's all about us being who we are and disallowing people to dictate to us. This individual and all these other individuals are nothing more than mere haters because we are so strong. You see why, fam, you know why these people are so upset at the grassroots. They're upset at the grassroots, family, is because we ain't allowing that. This is the world they want to live in, fam. Let's make it clear. They want to live in a world where we are associated with people who call us the N-word. They want us to live in a world where they're giving passes for people to call us the N-word. Right there, he just said, white Democrats have a pass to call black people the N-word. You ain't giving nobody a pass to say the N-word, and you can't say the N-word to any black person. I don't give a damn who they are. But family, can you imagine if Donald Trump said that? Can you imagine? Take what he just said. Yes, it's okay. Imagine if Donald Trump came out and said, it's okay to call black folks the N-word. Can you imagine if Trump said that? How many articles, how many news briefings? Family, they got mad at Donald Trump for tweeting out that video with Barack and Michelle. They had fake outrage for that, but they got no outrage for Torre saying that Democrats can call black people the N-word and it's okay. Who's the real house N-word? The ICE agent or the black guy who's saying you can call black people the N-word? You see, family, they don't never acknowledge racism when it's coming from the Democratic Party. You can have Joe Biden get on TV right now and wear a t-shirt that says F N-words. And all the black Democrats is just going to turn their eyes and go the other direction. And then when we call them out on it, then they're going to try to call us out. And then when we G-check them, they're going to run and hide. And that's why they hiding right now. That's why Barack don't show himself. That's why Kamala don't show herself. That's why you ain't seen Joe Biden after the election. Now, I know he's 3 billion years old, but I ain't beyond checking the 3 billion year old op. Anybody can get it. This is the difference between Black Americans and everybody else, family. This is why we are standing on certified business. And this is why we shut down the whole Bad Bunny situation. Because, family, they can say whatever they want to say. But you know one thing I said a long time ago, y'all. We can stand on business by sitting on the couch. See, what happened with this Super Bowl performance? This highlighted something they're very afraid of. Black Americans don't have to go after anybody. Black Americans can simply just sit things out. Do you see the power of withdrawing our energy from everything? It has been proven historically, statistically, numerically, that when Black Americans lend our assistance and energy, things change. It is also proven that when Black Americans do not lend our energy, things change. See, Black Americans don't have to go out there and worry about nobody. Black Americans ain't got to speak on nobody. All Black Americans got to do is just be Black American, sit back and relax and enjoy being who the hell we are. And by that alone, they crash out. Think about it, y'all. Essence Festival crashed out. We didn't show up. The Democratic Plantation crashed out. We didn't show up. Yes. Bad Bunny Super Bowl performance crashed out. We didn't show up. Do you see this pattern of us not showing up and them crashing down? That's what happens. So that's what makes them very afraid, is the fact that we out here whooping them and we ain't threw a punch. Think about that, brothers and sisters. The grassroots is out here knocking people out and we ain't even balled our fist up. Imagine if we did. So don't tell me that the power ain't right here. Don't tell me this ain't the certified era. Y'all, I love being a Black American. I love us. And I love the fact that we're on code and we disallowing all of that. There was a time where somebody like Touré would say that. There was a time where Roland Martin would run his mouth. There was a time where Barack Obama would run his mouth. You notice all the people that run their mouth, close their mouth as soon as foundational Black Americans put the G check on them? That's what I'm talking about. That's our energy, and it's undisputed. Y'all look at this right here. This is the thing that got these people broken, battered, and hurt. They worried about Black Americans. I'm going to tell you right now, they better be worried about them damn Mayo Americans. Look at this, family. This right here is what I mean. Watch now how everybody's talking about Bad Bunny bombed. And Black Americans are sitting over here, cool, chill out. Watch.
Bad for business. His Super Bowl halftime show had 5.5 million fewer viewers than last year. 5.5 million fewer people chose to watch Bad Bunny than Kendrick Lamar. Now, why is this? Probably because he refused to speak in English. And the majority of people watching the Super Bowl, the majority of people tuning into their televisions in the United States of America, they don't speak Spanish. That's a foreign language. Why would you have a performer speaking a foreign language on the largest event in U.S. history? Just doesn't make any sense. That's something that Commissioner Roger Goodell is going to have to answer for, except he may not actually be commissioner that much longer, because this is a big problem. The backlash continues. Bad Bunny actually saw a 7% decline overall from the Super Bowl ratings, which means 7% more people watched the game and tuned away when Bad Bunny was on. That's closer to like 9.5 or 10 million viewers that dipped out because they didn't want to watch this guy yelling and screaming about ICE in a foreign language while grinding and bumping and dancing dirty with a bunch of people running around the field, especially when it's the 250th anniversary of the United States of America. This is not a small problem. This is a big problem. And next year, the NFL is going to have to fix it. I don't know who they're going to pick, but hopefully it's somebody who...
Damn. Family, you want to talk about a crash out? Damn. That ain't good at all. Look at them numbers. Remember we said when you look at the numbers, it's going to get worse and worse and worse. Remember we said, family, them numbers is going to come back horrible. And that's exactly what's happening. Them numbers are coming back horrible. And something else happened that's very horrible for them. Now, what we predicted, how many of y'all remember, y'all? How many of y'all remember when we predicted on Tuesday's broadcast that they was going to end up finding some type of charges that they could put on Bad Bunny? Well, family, I'd be damned if it didn't happen. Now, they are opening an investigation onto Bad Bunny because they didn't like his attitude. You dance with the system of supremacy long enough, and the system of supremacy gonna find you. Y'all look at this. This is Representative Andy Ogles. He said children were forced to endure Damn, he acting like cartels done came through. Explicit display of Skittles bag acts. Women gyrating provocatively and Bad Bunny shamelessly grabbing his crotch while dry humping the air. And if that weren't outrageous enough, the performer's lyrics openly glorified sodomy and countless other unspeakable depravities. These flagrant incident acts of illegal, this month can't even write. These acts of illegal to be displayed on public airwaves, aka translation, I'm a W and I say so, and you gonna get your you ain't a W wake up call. Family, he done got his W wake up call, and let me tell you, the first people that they called on the phone, the first ones they called was Becky. And fam, watch the killer Karen, and she's mad.
Peanut here. So Bad Bunny, he is in some hot water with the FCC, and I got all the details. So they are suggesting that the performance and the lyrics were illegal at the Super Bowl. So a Republican representative posted a letter, and it went to the House Energy and Commerce Committee, and in which he called for an immediate inquiry into the National Football League and broadcaster NBC Universal over their prior knowledge, review, and approval of what he alleged to be a performance dominated by smegdually, I can't say the actual word, explicit lyrical themes and suggestive choreography. So
hey, he done pissed off Botox Becky. Botox Becky, man. And by the way, y'all, notice that they ain't got no smoke for these W's? Interesting.
This letter, he called the Super Bowl halftime show pure SMUT. And a lot of internet sleuths, they have translated the two songs he did perform from Spanish to English, and everyone's been getting an earful. Both songs are highly explicit in smegdual content, and it is not for children. So the representative further went on to say these flagrant, indecent acts are illegal to be displayed on public airways. He also said American culture will not be mocked or corrupted without consequence.
Ooh, boy, they talking reckless, ain't they? Oh, you done pissed off the Mayos now. Oh, you were so worried about Black Americans. Now the Mayos got you on the investigation. Listen what he said. He said that America's culture will not be tainted without consequences. See, if they would have listened to Black Americans, they would have knew this the whole time. But remember, they don't want to listen to Black Americans. Fam, look at your screen right here. Man, if you thought that was bad right there, did you see what Laura, what's that girl name? Laura Loomer? She came out and she made Becky sound like she was down, but she wasn't. Laura Loomer comes out and she says, illegal aliens and Latin hookers. Damn. Twerking at the Super Bowl. Not a single white person or English translation at the Super Bowl. This isn't white enough for me. Can't even watch a Super Bowl anymore because immigrants have literally ruined everything. Damn. Why you worried about Kendrick Lamar though? Why you worried about Michael Jackson? Why you worried about FBA? You ain't making no videos against this. Look what she said. She said Latin hookers. Damn. Fam, I thought Botox Becky was bad. Laura Loomer done went all the way in. Hey, at least she's honest though. Hey, she said it ain't W enough for her. So how in the hell is you mad like that? But I'm going to tell you why. Because they said now there going to be some consequences and repercussion. Republican congressman, we are investigating Bad Bunny for his lyrics at the Super Bowl.
Bad Bunny, bad performance of the Super Bowl halftime. We are still investigating this. There's a lot of information that has come out about the lyrics. I saw the halftime show and was switching back and forth with the TPUSA halftime show. The lyrics, from what we have seen from Bad Bunny, are very disturbing. And if it holds true that you know, I don't speak fluent Spanish. Okay, I know how to ask where the bathroom is, but these lyrics, if it is true.
Damn, fam, they drugging. Fam, did you hear that? Did you hear that, fam? He said, I don't speak Spanish. I know how to ask where the bathroom is. Y'all know supremacists, low-key little strays, right? See, I'm different, fam. Black Americans, we not like everybody else. We know when supremacy's throwing little strays. You know what he's really saying is yo, S-hole country. All I know how to do is ask, where's the bathroom? He don't know that. He done got caught with a couple of them supremacist Mayo strays.
How to ask where the bathroom is, but these lyrics, if it is true, what was said on national television, we have a lot of questions for the entities that broadcast this, and we'll be talking with Brendan Carr from the SEC about this. But this could be much worse than the Janet Jackson wardrobe malfunction. Let's put it that way.
But at least that was a malfunction. I mean, this was apparently intentional.
This was intentional.
Look at him defending Janet. They like, well, you know, I know what happened with Janet now, but this is different because these people don't speak English. These people was waving foreign flags. It's way different. Didn't just a few days ago, Megyn Kelly was saying fried chicken's okay. They said fried chicken is cool. Janet is cool. They want you, Bad Bunny. They want you, Latino. They want you, minority. Oh, it's on and popping in this streets, fam. Let's go.
At least that was a malfunction. I mean, this was apparently intentional.
This was intentional, yes.
Yeah, and they could not have said this were it in English. So just the fact that we're at a place in our country where we had a fully not understandable halftime show to English-speaking people, which is the language of this country, by the way, and that it is that grotesque is just really disturbing.
And here's the ironic part, Dr. Gina.
Yeah.
The NFL purposely wanted a Hispanic star basically to perform at halftime because they're trying to attract more of a Latin America audience. And this is what they delivered.
Yeah, trying to pull them away from the football that they call, that is we call.
Damn, the block done got hot and they own you now. I'm just saying, though, this is what always happens, fam. Don't it always go down like this? Black Americans, we tell these people about the system of supremacy. They'd rather be a part of the system of supremacy. The system of supremacy pull out that damn latch and gets the whooping on them, and then they cry foul. Nope, you on your own. You got to hold your own nationality nuts. And that's what we made all these individuals do. So now these individuals are just sitting back and they having to watch it all happen. Fam, we predicted that. Remember, fam, we called that stuff. We said, I promise you they're going to end up getting some charges. And they done went through. And I believe, honestly, fam, I think somebody's going to get fined. I think somebody's going to get fined. Don't be surprised here in about 5-6 months, fam. We find out that Bad Bunny got fined, maybe his label, the NFL, and then the NFL will probably just tell on him because you got to understand now, this is why we're so prominent. Had Bad Bunny really dominated, had he really had those first real numbers, then everybody would have said, well, we ain't going to do nothing. Now the fact that Black Americans sat out the Super Bowl, damn boy, sitting out things is powerful as hell, ain't it? I told y'all we can stand on business by sitting on the couch. We sat out the Super Bowl halftime performance. That's what Black Americans did. And by the fact they don't have us to protect him from that fine, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. The NFL is going to see that FCC coming after him, and the NFL is going to throw Bad Bunny under the bus. They're not going to take that fine because that fine would be bad press and it would be bad energy for their next Super Bowl halftime performances. They'd much rather say, blame the Super Bowl, blame Bad Bunny. Blame Mayos, blame tacos. Taco gonna get blamed every day and twice on Sundays. So trust me when I tell you, brothers and sisters, what you're gonna see now is I believe somebody's gonna get fined for that. It might even be a quiet little fine, but somebody's gonna have to break off the bag. And Black Americans aren't there to save anybody, so it is what it is. And let me tell you how cold these people are, y'all. You think it's a game? Let me show y'all. They out there putting out memes of Bad Bunny getting chased by the FCC, and he's trying to jump into a hole, an S-hole, and the S-hole has the Puerto Rican flag on it. Boy, these males ain't playing. I know you want to be Chad. I know you a part of the dark white community. I know you would do anything to be next to Botox Becky. Botox Becky don't love you. Botox Becky don't want you. Botox Becky wants you to leave her country. Megyn Kelly says she prefers fried chicken over a tamale. So now the same Botox, Becky, and the same Chad, Brad, Karen, and Ken that you think you are when you look into the mirror, them the same ones who sending you back to that S-hole with the Puerto Rican flag in it. It's not my words, it's theirs. Look at this picture, y'all. Tell me these people don't get it without telling me these people don't get it. Look at this, y'all. Raunchy Rabbit is in big trouble with the FCC. It's time for him to crawl back into that bunny hole he came out of. We be trying to tell these people, they don't want to be knowing, y'all. I'm telling y'all, when these people want to be W's, man, you just leave them alone. Let them be W's on their own time, fam, when they're in the mirror. Look at that picture, y'all. Hey, and why the FCC guy, why he look like a damn ICE agent? Is that what they running from now? The FCC, they running from the ICE, and I'll see you back in Puerto Rico because you love Puerto Rico so much. Damn. Doesn't this always seem to be the destination, brothers and sisters? Don't we always come back here? It just seems like, I don't know, like we've been here before. Haven't we been here before? These people get lippy with the dominant society. Dominant society puts the B to the A. And the next thing you know, they just fall back. Damn, they got that on them. And family, they not out here playing in them streets. No, they out here telling these people, you gonna do what we tell you to do, or you're gonna have to deal with the FCC. See, that's how the dominant society operates. The dominant society is not playing games with these people because they're looking at it as there's an erasure of their culture. And that's how they see it. The only difference is when they see it, they go into full Mayo mode. And there's been some Mayo meltdowns. And those Mayo meltdowns have been proven what we've been saying the whole damn time. These people are coming over here and they're mooching off the system. And the system now is saying, go back to that S-hole that you came from. Speaking of people not wanting to go back to where they came from, let me show y'all exactly what we're talking about. You seen these people come to America and then they wave the flag and they say how great America is, but yet they really have their culture. They only think America's good because of what? Opportunity. If somebody says they only like you because of opportunity, get away from them. That's like tomorrow's Valentine's Day, right? Imagine your wife asking you, for all my brothers, imagine all my married brothers, imagine your wife asking you, what's so great about me? And you say, oh, the opportunity. Do you think she's going to really be down? She's probably not going to talk to you for a while, okay? Imagine it the other way around. Imagine telling your significant other, oh, the best thing about you is the opportunity. That's how they view America. Notice when Black Americans talk about what's great about America, we can name details and subtleties and nuances, because we built it. These people just simply say, oh, it's the opportunity, basically saying I'm a thief and I'm only here to take. Nobody ever says that they love something because of the opportunity and they give to it. You don't give to opportunities, you take from opportunities. And that's exactly what's going on with these individuals. If you don't believe me, just listen to them. Watch this, family. I showed y'all just a few days ago they was talking this talk. Now watch this right here, fam. They say the same exact thing. Yeah, how about, yeah, absolutely. Hey, come here for a better life. I'll see you in the chat. Yep. Watch them say this right here. They say exactly that. Watch this, family.
What is the best country in the world?
Mexico, definitely for sure Mexico.
Mexico?
Mexico.
So why do you think these people don't want to go back?
I think it's because we sacrifice a lot to be here, and we all want people to come in the right way as well, but things are better over here in America, and they're gonna try their best to be here.
Well, you just said Mexico's the best country in the world.
It is, but I think that I'm sorry, I got nervous. I think that Mexico is the best country in the world, yes, because of the culture and everything that they have. But if we can't come over here where there's more possibilities of happening, we can't.
So if Mexicans get deported back to Mexico, then it's not so bad, right? Because they're going back to the best country in the world.
You can say that, but if there's more opportunity over here, then we're going to take it.
All right, thank you very much. No, all right, who do we have today?
Oh, we have our protest today going for the deportations that are going on. Oh, you asked for my name?
Yes.
Oh, my bad. My name is Johnny.
All right, Johnny. So what's your sign say?
My sign says, ilegal mis nalgas.
What does that mean?
Basically means like there's no reason nobody's illegal. But they should be given a chance to go ahead and improve their life here in the United States.
All right, 2 more questions. What is the best country in the world?
Best country in the world for me is Mexico. In terms of, it has the best food, best places to eat at. Just such a beautiful place.
So why do you think these people don't want to go back if it's the best country in the world?
Because even though a place can be beautiful, but it can also be very dangerous at the same time. I feel like a lot of people don't want to leave. People don't want to leave, but they are forced to leave because of the situations that they are put in. It's a lot of dangerous situations, a lot of evil that there is in this world, not just in one country specific. And sometimes it makes people flee. And when people flee, they look for somewhere better to live.
Hey, are they admitting they fled now? Remember, they used to get mad at us, fam. They used to get mad at Black Americans. When you flee, sometimes you flee. When you flee, you leave. You leave with Steve. When you flee, with leaves. And I can't read. These people out here fleeing and open now. We got public fleers.
Country specific, and sometimes it makes people flee. And when people flee, they look for somewhere better to live that can provide them that safety net for them.
But if you say Mexico is the best country in the world, then being deported back to Mexico, not so bad, right? It's the best country. You can send back to the best country in the world.
I'm not saying it's not so bad. All I'm saying is that there are people who have already built their life here. In order to have them completely destroy everything that they have built here and have them send them back, for them just being simple humans, makes no sense at all.
All right. Thank you very much, man. Have a good day. What is the best country in the world?
Damn. You would think they would just go to Mexico. Why don't you go to Mexico? If it's that much, you see, family, this is what we're talking about. They'll sit there and say all of that, but yet they don't want to go back to their homelands. Your homeland is waiting on you. It's there for you. How you going to abandon your homeland? Fam, they abandoned their homeland and they abandoned everything in their homeland. Let me tell y'all this right here. I'm going to give you a statistic a lot of people don't know about, but Black Alpha's going to show y'all. Look at this right here, family. Look at this. Do you know the majority of Puerto Ricans don't even live in Puerto Rico? The majority of Puerto Ricans live in America. And I'm talking about the United States of America. Look at this, family. This demographic shift means nearly twice as many Puerto Ricans reside in the mainland of the U.S. Look at that, y'all. So when these people talk about Puerto Rico so much, how come the majority of Puerto Ricans don't live in Puerto Rico? You want to live in America, but yet you talk about Puerto Rico so damn much. Something here ain't making no damn sense. I'm going to tell you what it is. It's the fleer contradiction. And that's what fleers are littered with. That and, fleas. However, that's another topic for another day and a different discussion. Y'all look at your screen and see these are the real numbers. And this shows you where these people really are. And this tells you what these people are really doing. And what these people are doing is that they come into the United States of America and they fleeing their island. But yet they say that they love their island. So if they say that they love their island, they're lying. You hate your homeland. You know, we say everywhere but Africa, fam. It's everywhere but Puerto Rico, everywhere but Mexico, everywhere but Asia, everywhere but everywhere. All these people want to be in America. So when I tell you that all this hatred stems from these people got to see us being in America and they love America so much, but yet they see that America was built and created by us, captivating, very, very riveting, very, very interesting is the fact that you can say what you want to say about your people, but you ain't never around your people. You got to come flee to where my people created it. That right there is something these people will never, ever acknowledge. But we just acknowledge it for them because this is the new dawn of a new day and they got to accept this. Family, we know for certain a lot of these people been telling lies. And y'all know we've been covering over here on the Black Alpha Network a lot of the lies that they've been telling. And a lot of the lies that they've been telling just don't add up. But isn't it funny, family, that they've been trying to run around here and trying to co-opt a lot of things? Let me say this one more time and one more back. What we doing now, family, we represent that right there. It's foundational February, okay? See, family, they've been running around here trying to steal Black History Month. They've been running around here trying to take Black History Month, and we're not allowing them to take Black History Month. They've been running around here trying to make it look like every single thing from everywhere is all everyone's. We got to share this. We got to share that. No, brothers and sisters, it's foundational February. And foundational February really just means Foundational Black American History Month, and these people got to deal with it. So happy Foundational February to all my certified Black Americans. But on top of all of that, let me show y'all all the things that these people get to celebrate. Yeah, they've been running around here saying they wanted Juneteenth. They've been running around here saying that they want Black American History Month. Family, let me show y'all this right here. This right here are all the things that they got, but they don't make no type of bones about it. Check this out right here, family. Look what they have on their side. International Day of the Elimination of Racial Discrimination, May 21st. July 25th, Afro-Colombian Day. August 25th, Afro-Latino, Afro-Caribbean, and Diaspora Women's Day. God damn, how many pronouns do you got? October 12th, International Day of Remembrance for the Slave Trade and its abolishment. September 15th to October 15th is Hispanic Heritage Month, including Afro-Latinos and cultural contributions. So if you got all of that, why the hell are you worried about Foundational February? Foundational February is for Black Americans. Foundational February is for Black American culture. Foundational February is for FBA lineage. You celebrate what you celebrate. You got all the ones right there, but you ain't gonna represent all those ones right there because you too worried about us right here. They cannot stand being from where they're from. They hate it. How in the hell you worried about FBA, fam? Let's make this clear. This go for Bad Bunny, this go for Shop Bussy, and this go for whatever tether they put in front of us next. FBA, Black Americans, we don't give a damn about you. We don't think about FLIRs. We don't have no assistance for FLIRs. We ain't got no help for FLIRs. If we were to see a FLIR, we're going to walk around the FLIR because we don't want to be a FLIR. We don't think about y'all at all. Newsflash. You may wake up and think about Black Americans with every living day of your life. You may think about Black Americans with every breath you take. Black Americans ain't thinking about you. We ain't thinking about you enough to be worried about you because we ain't concerned about you. We too busy being exceptional winners. We ain't got time for fleeing failures. Not at all. I know y'all want to go on TikTok and make it look like there's some scenario where Black Americans care or Black Americans give a damn. Black Americans don't give a fuck. Straight up and down. You can come up with whatever you want. You can choose to do whatever you choose to do. That means a damn thing to Black folks. Because unlike y'all, our life doesn't revolve around another lineage. We focus on ours. Unlike y'all, we're not trying to flee to another country. We too busy being in ours. We built this thing, so we gonna live in this thing. We gonna kick our feet up, sit back and relax and enjoy the show. While you are gonna toss and turn at night, wake up having Jolol sweats, having burrito sweats, having chicken chow mein sweats, and probably even having some Miracle Whip sweats. And Black Americans, we gonna be out here being exceptional, being phenomenal, and just not giving a damn. Because when you are certified, you certified all the time. And when you FBA, we build, they steal. But now we're making them have to go steal from each other. I want y'all to notice one thing. Ever since the delineation movement popped off, y'all notice they got to go take from each other. Delineation and regulation has created an atmosphere and an environment of tether on tether crime. See, when you can't steal from Black Americans, you got to go steal from somebody. When you can't take from Black Americans, you got to go take from somebody. Your whole life is based on taking. Our whole life is based on being the main character. And let me tell y'all how bad it is. Family, down in the Dominican Republic, they don't tell you that they out there deporting other Latinos, do they? They don't tell you that they're deporting Haitians, do they? They don't tell you that they snatching people up the same way ICE snatches people up. Black Alpha is about to show you. This is going to be an exclusive right here. I'm going to show you that down in Latin America, they rounding up all the Haitians and sending them back. So while they were complaining about TPS, Tether Protection Services, here in America, they should have been worrying about their TPS down in Latin America. Because if you go down there, they make Donald Trump look like open borders. Have y'all noticed that, family? all the people in all the places who always come here and complain about America's immigration policies, who complain about deportation, who complain about ICE and their homelands, they're all anti-immigration. They deport people every single day, snatch them up when they sleeping, kick them outside in the cold, throw them out. You notice that? The people who always complain about America and our laws with open borders and our laws with immigration, they got the worst immigration policies on the planet. And I'm going to show you because that's what we do over here. Look at this, family. I'm going to show y'all right now. Man, that Latino racism is something to see. Look at this, family. They snatching people up in Haiti right now.
Immigration in Dominican Republic is so evil that they deport Haitians at night while they sleep.
Se tiran la gente.
Wait, that ain't ICE, y'all. Hey, hold up. They getting deported, but it ain't ICE. It's Spice. Call Spice on them people. What do you call the Latino version of ICE? You call them Spice. And Spice is deporting all the Haitians. Notice, y'all, it's always the melanated people getting deported. Notice, y'all, it ain't ever the white Latinos they deport. So not only do you have a Spice deportation issue, Spice is targeting all of the Haitians. So I guess we should be saying in Latin America, they next. They gonna get y'all. Once they get one, they gonna get everybody. Haha, we win. Easy. Checkmate. Look how they holding him. He was holding old buddy by his pants. Fam, I ain't never seen Tom Homan do this. Oh man, y'all folks is closed borders.
Llame Moreno, ¿qué pasó?
Ponte suerte, Moreno.
Moreno. Vamos allá. Moreno.
He got him by his pants. Look, y'all. He got him by the bottom of his pants. It's a little zesty if you ask me.
Moreno.
Look, he got him by his pants. What the hell is this? He got the man literally by his pants. He's like, come here. You get here. You get over here. You go, Haitian. You go. Damn.
Con el sueño. Pues.
¿Qué pasó?
Immigration in Dominican Republic is so evil that they deport Haitians at night while they sleep.
Se tiran la gente.
Damn. So that Latino racism is more prominent than they lead us to believe. So what we have here, brothers and sisters, we have the W liberal in America trying to make Black Americans be on the same team with a bunch of anti-Black Americans. You guys notice everybody they always tell us that we have to be affiliated with are always people who are racist towards us. The W liberal has an obsession with getting Black Americans to be on board with people who are not on board with us. Basically, the Democrats want us to be on the same team with people who are criminals. These people are criminals and they're aggressors upon us. And the Democrats want us to be on the same page with them. They want us to be down with these folks. Fam, that ain't the end of it. No. When I tell y'all that they are out there and they snatching them people up, there it is. See, we've always known about the rampant racism that goes on in the Latino community. The biggest secret that they don't ever want to talk about is the racism inside of the Latino community. Because if you did, then you could never tell us to be black and brown. This is what Dr. Claude was talking about. Dr. Claude verbatim said in 1994, they're going to flood us with illegals. And he said no black organization, and he said no black politician will say anything about it, even when they know that it harms us. Barack Obama put together statistics that proved immigration harms black Americans the most. Did nothing about it. He is an immigrant. Kamala Harris's father, who's an immigrant, he put together some studies because I read him when he was a professor, and he literally had an actual statistical documentation that said immigrants harm black Americans the most. Didn't do nothing about it. Everybody knows that mass immigration harms black Americans the most because this is in the numbers. Everybody knows that Latinos are anti-black because you see it every day, and you've seen it for years, but nobody says nothing about it. Y'all want to know why they're so afraid right now? It's because black Americans, FBA, Certified 100, the grassroots, we saying all the things that people been afraid to say out loud. We done walked in the house while everybody was in here pretending and playing, and we done brought some realism up in here. Every time we speak, the truth comes out. We done brought a level of realness that got everybody shook. So you got to understand, in the system of supremacy, it is very, very prominent that you pretend and you play games. They want us to play and pretend that Julio's not racist. They want us to play and pretend that Maria Sanchez ain't racist. No matter how much you see it, no matter how much is documented, no matter how much they tell you about it, they always want black Americans to fall for that game. And we're not falling for it. This is why we have to continuously always say what we feel out loud. Say it out loud, family. I know people run around here and they say, don't say this and don't say that. Continuously say it. Because the more we say it, the more it gets exposed. The more it gets exposed, the more they lose money. Family, you'll go from them people talking reckless to them people looking like that right there. All because black Americans is sitting on that couch, popping popcorn, being good and being unaffected. But when I tell y'all we're unaffected, I can also tell y'all they're very affected. Look at this right here. This is what I was talking about. Look how they treated this Haitian guy. I never seen ICE do this, but we're seeing Spice do this. Watch.
Moreno, súbete. No se quiere dejar apresar, Moreno. Aquí ven, primo también, lo llevan aquí también. Moreno, súbete. Bueno, Moreno quiere dejarse apresar. Moreno, súbete. No se quiere dejar apresar, Moreno. Aquí ven, primo también, lo llevan aquí también.
I see y'all in the chat. Y'all coded here. What do you say? Hold your nuts, stop resisting. Yes, I do. I keep hearing Moreno. You heard it on the last one. Yes, absolutely. Good observation, family. Yes, I see a couple of y'all. Y'all seen it. Y'all heard it. Listen, you keep hearing them say Moreno. You seen it right here and on the last video. They consistently keep on saying it. Fam, all of the anti-black racism is on the table. You see it. You know that these people are nothing more than the dark white community. They're the minion community. They're the puppet community. And they are just as anti-black as the Triple K is. Because these people want to impress the Triple K. It's over. All that black and brown, people of color talk is smashed. We ain't going with none of that. Listen to what they're doing. Watch what they're doing. And you got one determination. These people are nothing more than anti-black racists.
Moreno, súbete.
Se tira la gente.
Taking you out one by one by one. Damn. So it ain't too good in your hood. And I wish it would, because it's been understood that these individuals, no matter what, will always have that mentality. Let me tell you what the world is, okay? I'm going to tell you what the world is. The world is simply this. The American dominant society has colonized the world. And they went around to all of these different countries throughout the planet Earth. They colonized these people. And then they came back to the United States. After these W colonizers came back to the United States, all of the different people they colonized started running to the United States so they can get next to their father. I want you to view it this way. America, no, damn that. The W colonizer is like a man who goes around and he has a bunch of babies all throughout the world. And then those babies grow up wanting to be next to their father. So they run to America so they can be next to their father. Or they run to Europe so they can be next to their father there. All a colonizer is a rolling stone. He went to Africa and he had a bunch of kids. He went to Latin America. He had a bunch of kids. He went to Asia, had a bunch of kids. Eventually, all of those places that were colonized by the Europeaner, those people all grew up and they said, "Where's my daddy? I want to be like him." And then they started getting on inner tubes. They started getting on boats, planes. They started running so they can be next to their mommy and daddy. This is what we're dealing with right now in America. Y'all, I see on the chat. They was snatching dude up. Y'all be effing me up, man. Didn't that dude, did he look like the dude who said, "I'm not going back to Haiti. I'm not going back to Haiti"? Remember that guy that Joe Biden was out there and he said, "Thank you, Joe Biden," and he got tossed back to Haiti? That's what happened. Y'all done messed my train of thought up. Dude was screaming, right? He's like, ah. So, fam, they scream when they get deported in America. They scream when they get deported in the Dominican Republic. They scream when they get deported in Africa. If going home is that bad that you screaming, you need to get your life together. Let me tell you something. Keep on screaming. Your ass is still leaving. Now, back to what I was saying before you messed me up. Boy, y'all funny as hell. Damn, I'll be watching the chat after the show and I'll be cracking up. I'll be cracking up for like an hour and a half. So, the W went around the world, colonized a bunch of people. All the people grew up. They run to America, and then they want to be next to the dominant society because immigration is about proximity. And they don't care about anything other than, how do I get next to my European colonizer, a.k.a. my slave master, mammy and daddy. That's what it's all about, fam. That's what it's all about. I told y'all deportation was coming, but let me tell y'all this as well. We ain't got to look around. We know for a fact that their whole system is based on color. And it's always been based on color. And every now and then you might get you a Latino here or Latino there who says, "Oh yeah, we got a whole system based on who is what." That's why they kept saying Moreno left and right. And this is what it is. So while they screaming, they still leaving. But notice this right here, family. These are the people who are mad at Black Americans about Bad Bunny. Fam, let's go there. It ain't about Bad Bunny's performance. It's the fact that Black Americans didn't do all the heavy lifting, all the promotion. We didn't do all the slave labor for Bad Bunny's performance. We didn't increase them numbers, so you're mad. We didn't go out on the front lines of ICE, so you mad. We didn't say we gonna vote blue no matter who so they can write laws for you to come over here and undercut us, so you mad. Everything you see come from immigrants, foreigners, fleers, or tethers is really just projection that they're mad because Black Americans ain't got no capes for them. But as we always say, if you're mad, stay mad. Look at this right here, brothers and sisters. This woman goes in and she starts talking about all the racism that goes on in Latin America that they don't talk about, but we do. Watch this.
The shit out of me. And you know why? We literally in Puerto Rico and La Isla and stateside and most Latin American countries call each other by our skin color. Call each other negra, morena, jabao, trigueña, blanco. Have derogatory terms for Black people. Cocolo, cocola, moya. In all Latin American countries. What y'all talking about? We didn't call each other white, black, mixed. We literally call each other that. Stop it. With statements like this, you try to ignore the fact that racism exists in our culture. And we need to address the racism. And that's why we can't be saying we are all three. Because Black people are not treated the same in Puerto Rico. They are not. Racism is ingrained in the culture. How many times has your mothers or your grandmothers told you not to bring a Black man home or not to bring a Black girl home, that they're dirty, that they're lazy? Stop fronting like if you had a wider nose, your grandmother and your aunt didn't try to pinch it to make it thinner, told you to stay out the sun because you're getting too dark, told you to comb your hair porque tú tienes un pajón and you look like Haitiana, Stop fronting like Puerto Ricans don't say this shit on a regular, both on the island and stateside. Fronting like if Bad Bunny didn't go home with those braids when he was a teenager, his mother would have told him to get the fuck out the house because he looks like un cocolo sucio. Stop fronting. Stop fronting.
Damn. Sound like y'all a lot more anti-black than the Democrats been telling us. This is who they want us to go get on the front line about? This is who they want black Americans to go kill? I've been knew about this, fam. Man, they got 1,000 different slurs for black Americans. Trust me. Fam, you notice they never talk about dark-skinned Latinos? Pinching the nose? Fam, let me tell you something. The only thing worse than cake soap is pinching the nose. You know you are a dark knuckle-ass person when you out there trying to pinch your nose with your fingers. They trying to pinch the nose of their kids. Family, these people are nothing more than supremacists in spice clothing. That's all it is.
Stop fronting. All right? It's trash to use statements like this to negate the fact that racism exists in Puerto Rican culture. And that is why we must address when we try to use our African ancestry and our African lineage to have proximity to blackness, when really our culture is super anti-black. All right, punto, period. We are not all three equally, and we are not all treated equally in Puerto Rican culture. There's the shit out of me, and you know why?
There you go, family. What we've been knowing the whole damn time. That's they people. That's they folk. That's what they said, fam. That ain't us. That's what they said. Oh, that's their words. That's that word. We just only calling it out. But this is what they've been saying for the whole time, fam. Oh, I told you. We're going to put all of the statistics on the table today. We're going to talk about what they don't want to talk about. Here's the thing, fam. Let me say this. I'm going to say this crystal clear, okay? Make it straight up for everybody to know. The world don't talk about how these people are anti-black enough for me. These individuals are anti-black as hell and still want to come over here and play friend, play ally, and they want us to pretend. We ain't playing that pretend stuff. Hell no. You may go get some of these boule Negroes to play that. We ain't playing that certified time. Hell no. Family, how in the world do you have that right there, but the dominant society and the typical Democrats don't say nothing about it? Did you miss all that? Do you miss all that? Or is it that they don't want us to talk about it? See, family, what we gonna do, we're going to expose and highlight all of the anti-black racism, no matter where it comes from, because the next generation ain't going to have to figure it out like we did. Family, what I'm saying right now, somebody should have did this 20 effing years ago. Family, what we talking about, how we telling everybody, delineation, regulating, separating. How we telling everybody, we standing on our own business. This should have been done. But folks want to come out here and play patty cake with all these damn anti-black people. Imagine yourself thinking you in some coalition with that right there. People who pinching their kids' nose, got cake soap, calling you every slur in the book. They don't like darker complected Latinos. How you think they're going to care about you? They're not going to. So this is why we got to regulate, put it on the front line. And we got to say it loud and proud. F Bad Bunny, F his performance. And I seen all the people who ran to the internet and y'all thought it was good because y'all thought y'all won up Kendrick. Come to find out, Kendrick Lamar mollywopped you. You ain't competing with Michael Jackson on no fronts, especially Michael Jackson at the Super Bowl from 1993. Michael Jackson from 93 whooped Bad Bunny from 2026. What that tell you? And family, I don't believe that Bad Bunny's numbers are what they say they are. I personally believe that his numbers is probably barely over 100 million. I seriously doubt it's anything more than that. You already lied once. Why would I believe you twice? So wait a minute. An hour after the Super Bowl, he's an international superstar who's the new Michael Jackson, and he beat Kendrick Lamar. He was at 45 million, skipped over damn 30s, went straight to the 20s. And y'all notice those 20s have been going lower and lower. At first, they was like 28, no, 27, no, 26, no, 25. Black Americans did that. I'm going to make it clear. Damn Turning Point USA, F Kid Rock, that was because of FBA. FBA didn't tune in to the Super Bowl because FBA, we delineating. We regulating, we separating. We don't speak Spanish. We don't wave Latino flags. We speak English and we wave the American flag because there'd be no USA without FBA. And that right there created the collateral damage and why he's being investigated from the FCC. Let me tell you why he's really being investigated. He's being investigated from the FCC because he flopped. Bad Bunny's performance flopped. And all the Spanish people who ran to TikTok and thought they won, come to find out you all lost. and the egg is on your face, so you're going to have to hold this L. So guess what we just did, family? Certified Black Society, certified Black Americans, we made the Latinos hold an L. And we're going to continue to do that as we proceed. Let me show y'all this in the process. When you're talking about FBA greatness and you're talking about the regulators and you're talking about the certifieds, you got to start right there. And when you start right there, family, all you're going to do is see more excellence and more greatness. But brothers and sisters ain't playing around with these people no more. See, family, they've been out here trying to make it look like Black Americans dislike them. There's a difference between dislike and don't care. Get it correct. Now, I know you flee so much that you ain't got your mind right. But what Black Alpha is going to do, I'm going to show you an example of us not giving a damn. Y'all look at this Latino woman right here and how she's trying to force this Black guy to be mad at her. And he keeps saying, I don't care. I don't care. And she said, you don't like me? You done that for me, company? Because she can't even talk. Family, don't listen to somebody who can't finish a sentence. Let me tell you something. This Miss Margarita right here, she couldn't spell a letter. Damn a word. She can't even spell a letter. And if you can't spell a letter, you're probably a tether. And foundational Black Americans don't give a damn about you neither. Watch this, family. Watch how the brother stands on business.
Okay, what is the problem?
English is the problem.
Oh, really? So right here is coming only people English.
Yeah.
All right, the Spanish people, we can't come in here.
I didn't say that. I said
because you say dumb.
If you don't know how to speak English, why would you?
I'm telling you, I want one combo number one and I'm two jogger per five. But you, I'm here and do you want work? You see your face? You see your face?
Andale.
What'd you say?
Andale. Andale. Necesito. Go. You mad? Put down. Get the fuck out of here. Necesito. Go. Okay, what? Look at her trying to start something. You tell me that you can't know? She can't even talk. With the time we done, we don't know what they is. This is one of those Bad Bunny fans. Family, every time you see somebody on the internet and they talk about Bad Bunny, this is one of Bad Bunny's fans right here. And she keeps saying, do not know how to go and what on the floor. And the brother saying, leave. You can't speak, go. And she said, you say we dumb? No, I'm saying that you can't speak. Now, if you consider not being able to speak dumb, you got to solve that with yourself because you did this to yourself. You need hooked on Fleer phonics, all right? So you can learn how to read. Shout out to this brother for standing on business. He wasn't having none of that. And he told her, Esacito, Mesalito, go. AKA, get the hell out my face. Certified.
What is the problem?
English is the problem.
Oh, really? So right here is coming only people English.
Yeah.
All right, the Spanish people, we can't come in here.
I didn't say that. I said
because you say dumb.
If you don't know how to speak English, why would you?
I'm telling you, I want one combo number one, and I want one combo number. I'm telling you, I want one combo number one, and I'm two jogger per five. But I do. What the flip did she just, fam? What did she just say right there? Could y'all make that out? What the hell was that? I know she was trying to say you, but I heard you, and fam, hold on, slow down. And I'm two jogger per five, but I do, I'm here, and do you want work? What the fuck did you just say? What was that? Hey, and the brother yawned. Watch him yawn, fam. The brother sitting there yawning in her face. Fam, what is this? Is that even Spanish? What the hell is she speaking? I don't know what she's speaking, y'all. Sugar per five, but I do, I'm here, and do you want work? What? You see your face? You Just see your face? Mm-hmm.
Ándale.
What'd you say?
Ándale.
Hey, she gonna have the nerve to ask him what you say? No, what you say. Because I ain't heard a word. Fam, you ain't supposed to have numbers inside of your word, okay? You can't speak and then you put 5s next to J's. There ain't supposed to be no 7s next to W's. I have no clue what the hell she just said right there. I therefore do not perform Hell no. This make Bad Bunny sound like he was speaking the Queen's English. I don't know what it is. And remember, I'm a Black American and I speak English, so I am the authority of knowledge.
What'd you say?
Ándale. Necesito. Go. You mad? Put down. Get the fuck out of here.
Damn. No, No, family, let me say something. I see people saying she drunk. She ain't drunk. She just talk like that. Fam, drunk probably make her speak better. Fam, Jack Daniels ain't doing that. She could have a whole damn fifth. That ain't making nobody talk like that. I'm not even going to grant her that she drunk. She can't speak. And was she trying to like troll him? Like, I'm going to get him on camera. If you're going to try to do that, like, we got to know what you're saying. You have no idea what you're even talking about. I mean, like, all the lights are on, but nobody's at home. Clearly, that ain't the sharpest knife in the drawer. That ain't even broken English, okay? That's like shattered babble. I don't know what the hell to call it. But like the brother said, adios. Get the hell up out of here. And the same way that they wanted us, somebody said, you nut. The same way that they wanted us to listen to somebody who is speaking Spanish and babbling is the same way that woman was trying to make that brother listen to what she was saying. That is you trying to force your broken English on Americans. If you want to talk that talk, just go to your homeland. I'm sure they'll listen to that all damn day long. But this ain't the time nor the place. So you see right there, family, these individuals don't know what they got going, and they're still trying to focus on us. Again, bothering a black person. Bothering a black person again. It's always a black person that they're always targeting this. I still haven't seen any W's, family. I showed you Dominicans deporting Haitians, snatching them up, saying Moreno left and right. I showed you them running up on black folks talking about how you better not say nothing about Bad Bunny today. I showed you 15 videos with them saying we are better than Kendrick Lamar. I showed you this lady right here saying that you don't know what do is, talking to a black guy. You still haven't seen Latinos with no smoke for white folks. Where you got Kid Rock dogging you, you got Megan Kelly dogging you, you got Laura Loomer saying that your ass is not them and this ain't white enough. They're making it clear for you, and you still ain't focused on them. If you focus on them instead of worrying about us, you might actually be somewhere. But you ain't ever gonna focus on them because you love them too much. So every time you see one of these people brown nosing, you see these people bootlegging, you already know there must be somebody from the dominant society in the picture. And remember this one right here, family. This is going to highlight as well the anti-black racism that comes from the Bad Bunny community. Look at this right here. Remember when that brother rode up and he was talking about calling ICE on these people? Y'all remember this? Watch this right here. And this is even further proof of what we're talking about. What do you say? No comprende. You ain't lying, family. Checkmate.
Here are some illegals.
Yeah, you're illegal. You're an illegal immigrant. No, this is my business. This is my community and my neighborhood. I'm minding my business. You think you're going to be able to come in here like that? No, you're not. No, you're not. Don't worry about whether I own it. It doesn't even matter about that. The problem is you're an illegal immigrant, right?
Why do you?
Because you can't speak English, and it's not I'm harassing you. Why is you illegal in this country? Why are you illegal in this country?
I don't know what's your problem, man.
My problem is why are you illegal in this country? Okay, call the police. That's what we want.
Something wrong with
she said she won't call the police. You're illegal in this country.
I don't know what you.
Yeah, we're gonna get rid of illegal immigration.
Who is we? Who is we?
Don't worry about we. We want to get rid of illegal immigration. That's what we're doing.
So what are you doing over there? Just
I'm from here. You not from here.
Check that brother. Hey, notice, fam, the brother is out there checking him, and he tried to say, where are you from? And the brother said, don't worry about it. See, what they can't handle is they can't check us on our home turf. They want us to be guests and foreigners. See, the games that they play on them Haitians and them Dominicans and them Afro-Latinos, they can't pull that on Black Americans. The first thing he tried to do is flex something. What are you doing here? What you doing here? See, all that stuff where you gonna come to my home and try to check me, that ain't happening. And this is what Black Americans are shutting down now, family. We ain't letting none of these people show up and talk to us like we Afro-Latinos. We ain't no damn Afro-Latinos. You can say whatever the hell you want to say to them. You can call them Moreno. You can say, do this, I knew. You can't do that to us. And I'm loving the way the brother said, who you talking to? This is my homeland. You ain't going to try to pull that game on me because it won't work.
We want to get rid of illegal immigration. That's what we're doing.
So what are you doing over there? Just
I'm from here. You not from here. I'm from here. I can do whatever I want to do. You don't have no right to say nothing. You're a legal immigrant. You have no right to say anything. You're an illegal immigrant. You have no rights in this country. You have no rights in this country. You're an illegal. No, it's not. Don't. First of all, you can't even speak. You don't have the intelligence to even speak. So you putting your hand to your head.
Another one. I guess he's related to the we're not dumb. Fam, here's another one. Bad Bunny. This guy right here. The last woman. I'm just seeing a perpetual state of not being able to enunciate. If you can't speak, then what's the problem then? Handle your own and get you hooked on Fleer Phonics and you gonna be all right. Checkmate.
You don't even have the intelligence to hold a decent conversation. So don't even try to use that weak reverse psychology, okay? All right? You slave. You a slave. You're a worker. You're a slave. You come here working for little or nothing and driving up the cost of living in our communities. You legal immigrants have to leave. Point blank, period.
Here are some illegal.
Are the tides turning, y'all? Did we flip the script on some people? Can we go there and say what it really is? Because y'all notice that's been the pattern. That's always the pattern with us. We say what it really is, not what it ain't. What it really is, family, is that they don't like the fact they can't flex balls on Black Americans like they can on mops. See, in their homeland, they get to be the supremacist. This is what nobody talks about. When you go down to Latin America, Bad Bunny is Donald Trump. When you go down to Latin America, that guy speaking right there, he is MAGA. See, they flex all of that W-ness on darker complected Latinos. When they come over here and they deal with certified BLACK, that is a culture shock. That's a whirlwind in which they're not ready for. See, in America, you can't play them games like you playing them other people. Y'all know we always say that Black Americans are the only people who stand on being Black. Let me tell y'all the after effects of that. See, we stand on being Black. We have cultural pride. We have skin color pride. They don't. So when you see the Afro-Latinos, they don't have a lot of pride. Y'all notice the Latino lady I was just showing y'all a minute ago who was going in on all of the Latino racism, talking about the pinch nose. Did y'all notice her mannerisms were like us? Did you notice that? Because she's probably from New York, somewhere on the East Coast, and she gets all of her mannerisms from Black Americans. Anytime you see an Afro-Latino and they look like they got a little pride, I promise you, you're going to see them talking like Black Americans. Double up the ante. Let me take that another notch. Anytime you see anybody who enjoys and loves and is prideful of being Black, trust me, they got all that pride from Black Americans. Yes, they do. There used to be this notion that these people over here are proud of being Black. These people over here are proud of being Black. We're proud to be Black. They're proud to be Black. No, the hell it ain't. Nobody's proud to be Black except for Black Americans. How do you know? Because everybody who claims to be proud, they get all their pride from us. How do you know they get their pride from us? Is because they walk like us, talk like us, and use our talking points. They will sit here all damn day long and damn near be sounding just like a foundational Black American. and they didn't get none of their pride from anywhere but foundational Black Americans. We teach these people how to be Black. Don't come to me as a melanated other person talking all that Black talk. I taught you how to love being Black. Because if it wasn't for Black Americans on this planet Earth, y'all would be just like the same people who are oppressing you. You'd be running around here doing that same game. This is why a lot of people tell you, if you go down to Latin America, since we're going to talk that talk, and Black Alpha going to drop them damn receipts on the table, like I said we was going to, and we going to cancel everything out and only the real will rise. If you go down to Latin America, the first thing you'll notice is that the darker complected people mimic the system of white supremacy the most. Family, it is a caste system based on color. And you would think the darker complected you get, the more prideful they would be for being Black. Hell no. The darker you get, the more they think they're white. Family, a darker complected Cuban acts just like he is a W person. Not lying. Straight up and down, family. Only in Latin America, you'll see somebody 3 shades darker than midnight, and they'll be running around here saying, well, you know, Black people are bad. I'm sitting there thinking, look at you. I ain't no Black. I have dark knuckles, but I'm not Black. Your ass is Black, partner. We teach these people how to have pride in being Black because we've been the only people who've been proud to be Black. Family, if there were prideful people that were Black across the planet Earth, then you would see those people have fighters, have soldiers, have activists. Let me ask you right now. They always talk about we the same. The only difference is we got dropped off here and y'all got dropped off here. So let me ask this question, family. Since they always tell us how much history they have in the Caribbean, how much history they have in South America, how much history they have in Mesoamerica, in Latin America, then where are their freedom fighters? Where's the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. in Latin America? Because remember, Latin America got dropped off first. So if you got dropped off first, that means you got a head start. Where's your Malcolm X? Where's your Black Panther Party? Where is anybody? Where's your Harriet Tubman? Where's your Kathleen Cleaver? You don't have no freedom. But never trust somebody who's got melanin but don't have no freedom fighters or no activists. If you ain't got no activists but you got melanin, then your ass is a COON. Your ass is an op. I ain't seen none of them. And I've actually talked to some of them and they say we don't need none. Hell, Africa ain't got none. Have y'all noticed we got more activists who stand on Black American business today? I'm talking about right now, living and breathing. I don't even have to talk about all of the people we had historically. Let's just use 2026 as a prime example. We've got more certified riders. Matter of fact, F that. We got 3,000 people in here. There's 3,000 people in here. That is 3,000 more freedom fighters and activists who stand on Blackness than all of Latin America and all of Africa. You tell me the 3,000 they've got. I'll wait. I got 3,000 certifieds in the building right now. I started off with a roll call. Just in case you tuning in now, I know we already got over 20,000 views on this broadcast. And I know for a fact that we've already had 3.5 thousand people in this building, in this place tonight. Family, that is more activism than you've seen for anybody. Where are their activists? They don't have none. They don't have none. They don't have my brother Cyberdyne in here. They ain't got that. Oh, no, they ain't got that. No. Where they at? Family, they got all these different places. Remember, fam, this is just a country. There's only 50 million of us. America's a relatively small country and is relatively new. Remember, y'all got dropped off first. I'm waiting. What about Africa, the motherland? I'm waiting. How come we've got more riders who enjoy being Black than these 2 different continents have? You got South America, family, and then you have the whole continent of Africa. They ain't got no damn body. Zero. I can't name them. I can't name them. I mean, if you had them, I mean, I'd be real. I'd be like, well, you got that one guy. You don't have any. Because you know what happens every time there is somebody who stands up and is proud to be Black? Let's go there, fam. Let's go. Can we go there? Because we about to go there. We about to go there, whether they want to go there or not. We about to go there. Because y'all know what it is, family. I love saying stuff that MFs is scared to say. I love it, family. I got a big mouth. Every time I speak, the truth come out, family. They know what it is. If they got all of these different people, then how come they don't have all these different riders? There should be so many riders in Africa, we lose count. I'm telling you, fam, think how big Africa is. Think how old Africa is. There should be so many riders in Africa, we lose count. There should be so many in Latin America, we lose count. But what do you see reign supreme in Latin America and in Africa? Let me ask this question. If I asked you which one is the most dominant culture in Africa and Latin America, do you see more riders who love being black, or do you see more colonized minds? I see a culture of colonized. I don't see a culture of I'm black and I'm proud. That go for Africa and South America. I've been waiting for years because every time somebody rises up in Africa, all the Africans who are colonized, they take them out. Anytime somebody rises up in Latin America, somebody takes them out. You never see any of this. Let me tell you this as well. All the scholars, let me tell you how bad South America is. Think about all the scholars that we've had in America that go on tours and talk about pro-blackness. Family, do you ever realize black scholars in America don't ever go do lectures down in Latin America? You ever notice that, family? Think about it. People who are lecturers, who speak pro-black, who go around the world and teach people, I've seen more of them in Europe. I've seen more of them in Asia than in South America. South America is your backyard. So you mean to tell me I went all the way over into the next state before I went across the street? When was the last time you ever seen a black scholar doing a lecture down in Venezuela? When was the last time you seen a black scholar doing a lecture in Puerto Rico? We know they don't have their own. I'm talking about us. You don't ever see them doing that. Dr. Kubar Vasquez. Dr. Kubar, he's a Pan-African, right? Ain't he all talking about his enslaved Africans? How come he doesn't ever do any lectures in Puerto Rico? How come? How come he's from Cuba? How come he ain't ever in Cuba doing any lectures? He'll go down there and say he's from Cuba and leave. You don't ever see none. Nobody ever goes down to Latin America. They have no conscious community. They have no enlightenment. Somebody told me a long time ago, I'm not going to say the person's name. Somebody told me a long time ago, he said, I'd rather talk to a W at a Klan rally before I'll talk to a Latino about race. And I said, damn. And then I grew up and I realized everything he said was the truth. You go talk to a W at a Klan rally, and whatever he says that's hateful, he gonna know precisely what he's saying. You go down to South America and you go talk to them, they gonna say the same things that the W from the Klan rally says because they want to be him. But they gonna say it completely warped, and they not even gonna be able to enunciate when they say it. Because I told you, all it is the W master and all of the colonized people running up from behind him. That's all it's ever been. They know what time it is, and Black Americans been exposing it. And let me tell y'all why we do not get on the front line for these people. Let me show y'all a brother, I believe in California. He goes and he sees some Latino women who having an issue, and he walks up to talk to them. He's like, hey, what's going on? Let me see what's going on. Is ICE here? And then the Latino women turn on him. And then I believe it's an Asian police officer who's sitting there caping for the Latino women. Y'all watch this right here. And the brother says, you know what? Next time I'm just calling ICE. This is why we don't help. This is why we don't lift a finger. This is why we sit on the couch. It's Black Americans. Me, myself, and I. Watch this. The brother right here is trying to help, but they say we don't want your help, black man.
Is everything okay, officer? Huh? Because I want to be out. This is my neighbor. This is my house. I can see this is what's bad with the neighborhood. My drone came out like every once. Hey, listen. Always do what? No, I'm not. This is crazy. I walk down the street, they dogs barking. You can't stand here. Your dog be barking too. I don't know. My dog don't bark. He's in the house. Any case, ma'am. Can we call ICE? It's not racist. I don't call ICE. I'm just saying, can we call ICE? Because you guys are like treating me like a third-class citizen. Because you guys treat me like a third-class citizen. You can do better. You're right. I can. They can do better.
Hey, look at the police officer. What is he? Can you guys get a good look on him? Is this a Latino guy or is he an Asian? I can't tell. Watch how he starts caping for the Latinos against the black guy.
Too. I can record. Yeah, I can record. You know something? I thought it was recording. I thought they might have been harassed. I was trying to protect them. And they say, hey, Negro, well, you have nothing to do with this. They don't respect constitutional rights of anybody. They be like, man, you can't walk down the street. Man, you can't do this. Man, this is a free country. And they trying to make this like a dictatorship in Mexico or something. They should be saying, yes, sir, record things. Make sure we're safe, sir. And they don't. On my street. They should say, thank you, sir, for recording this. Because it could, huh? No, it's not that they need, hey, I get to do my citizen stuff. If they don't know I'm protecting them, that's on them. If they hate brothers like that, then that's it, then that's that. But thank you, sir. Man. This is my neighborhood. Thank you, guys. I thought I was coming out here to protect the women on my street. Hey, man, maybe they getting jacked up or something. Oh, they worried about ICE? I'm like, what the hell?
And look, family, Jackie Chan leaves with Margarito, and he sits there. Get your out of there and get in the house. You shouldn't be out there trying to stick up with these people in the first place.
I'm like, I thought it was ICE fucking with these people. And so I'm recording, and the Latin's just like, get out of our business. Don't do that. Stay in the house. I'm like, come on, you guys. And the Latins on my street is more fucked up than white folks.
The W's, what do you say? The Latins on his street are more effed up than the W's are. And yeah, you guys are right. I'm also getting maybe a tether vibe from the guy behind the camera. He seemed a little too slow for me. What do you mean? I've been trying to come out here and help y'all. Y'all don't want to help me now? No, they don't. Okay. See, I don't know if anybody got the memo. Right now, the Black American community, we ain't on none of that caping. We ain't out here helping nobody. I know they're trying to force that on folks. Let me tell you what the movement is. And I'm talking about everybody. The Black American community, Certified Black Society, we ain't helping nobody. He was there way longer than I would have ever been there because I wouldn't have ever been there. F them, F the police, F everybody. If you don't want to sit down and talk, then we ain't going to talk. And the time to talk was 30, 40 years ago. We moving on with all of that, family. We moving on. I think that guy might have been a tether. I'm being honest with you, family. That's what he almost seemed like he was heartbroken. And anytime they seem heartbroken, you can tell that they're not our folk. If you're heartbroken, you ain't our folk. And that's what it really, truly is. And this is why they're really, truly crashing out. But here's the thing about it, fam. One of the things nobody knows that nobody brings up, and since I told y'all I was going to completely cancel all the lies that are told from the FLIR community, here is lie number 70 that Black Alpha is about to completely destroy. All that stuff of Black Americans need to work harder, and I'm an immigrant and I came over here to America and I built this beautiful country and I'm an immigrant and I worked so hard. Y'all notice the reason why they're mad now is because the scam and fraud is highlighting the fact that all that stuff about them working hard was always a lie. See, the Democrats always tell you how hardworking immigrants are and how they built America and how we need them or our economy would plummet. Y'all know they always say that. They say if there's no immigrants, the economy would plummet. No, it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't. However, the Democrats always make it look like they're such hard workers. The Republicans make it look like they're scammers. They scam more than they hard work. Let me tell you this. Americans are hard workers. We don't need no foreign person. That's all cap. However, one of the things that I've been saying for the longest amount of time is all these people who come to the United States of America and they say they work so hard, right? And they say that they are just outdoing all Americans. It don't matter what color you are. They say they outdo all Americans. Well, let me say this, family. How come all the deportation videos are always in low-income areas? Y'all tell me yet. What immigrant have y'all seen getting deported out of a 28-bedroom mansion? What immigrant have you seen getting arrested by ICE and they got Lamborghinis in the driveway? Or are you seeing immigrants get deported in front of bodegas, in front of corner stores? They got on dirty ass clothes. They got on flip-flops. The same flip-flops that your ass wore when you got off the inner tube is the same damn flip-flops you got when you in handcuffs getting in the back of that damn ICE van. See, they were trying to make it look like they're these hard workers who did all this stuff and they've been grinding. That ain't what the videos are showing me. And I go off of evidentiary solidified facts. And what I'm seeing is a bunch of broke, on welfare ass people are getting deported. I don't see a bunch of people getting deported who live in the Hamptons. And since I be saying that, and a lot of people didn't believe Black Alpha, but if you don't believe Black Alpha, I'm going to make your ass a believer because we speaking the truth. Look at this right here, family. Let me show y'all what nobody talks about. Shout out to the, I believe it's a brother that sent this to me. It might be a sister, but you're probably in the chat right now. So certified salute to you. By the way, certified salute to everybody who writes me and texts me and sends me a lot of stuff, because I tell everybody this is our channel. I don't know about nothing, but what I do know is that this is us. So all the news that we report, this is news that I compile, that you compile, that we compile, and we put it all together and we rock out. So shout out to the person who sent this to me, because this is phenomenal. And if you guys got anything you want to send me that we want to put on air, go ahead and send it, fam. This is how we do. Each one teach one, right? We all do a little, we all do a lot. I can't do this just by myself. I need the family. I want to know what's going on in your city, in your town, in your state, because together we get all these damn ops out the paint. And that's why we all by ourselves, because we running them all out. Look at this, family. This completely dispels everything they saying. Check this out. 61% of illegal immigrant households use welfare. Children are the main ones on federal aid. Damn. Wait 1 second, family. I thought they told us that they work harder than us. That doesn't say you work harder. I thought they said that they grind more than us. That doesn't say you're grinding more than us. I thought they said pick yourself up by the bootstraps. Look like you've been getting picked up by welfare. 61%. Family, that's closer to 100 than it is to 0. This dispels all the Democrat lies that these people come over here and they're outclassing us. You're on the same damn assistance that you always pick your nose up in the air when you're talking to Black Americans about. You ain't gonna see this on no other channel, but you're gonna see it right here, because this channel is all of us together. We all report the news together. We all put the facts on the table together. We all expose these people together. Y'all know how it go. A family that delineates together stays together. And apparently for them, a family that's on welfare together gets deported together. Damn. They told us that they was getting it though. Fam, they said they was moving. They said they had it. They said they was running it. They said everything was theirs. Apparently not. And what does that tell you, brothers and sisters? That tells you what we've already known. Everything that these people have been telling us has been a bold-faced lie. Absolutely, yeah. What you say? You said welfare queen with the Billy Ocean? You wrong for that, but that's funny as hell. Damn, I'm gonna have that in my head all night. Welfare queen. Y'all cold. Not only do y'all report the news, y'all also roast everybody. By the way, y'all ever notice anytime you see these little dusty, hating ass people when they always talk about Black Alpha, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to all my haters, you know what I'm saying? Get a life, you know what I'm saying? Tell your wife to quit calling me, by the way. All the haters that be hating on Black Alpha, I noticed a crazy denominator. I see these little people and they be talking about Black Alpha, but they always talk about y'all too. They be like, look at Black Alpha and all the people who listen to him. It's never just me. They be like, Black Alpha and all the people who watch his show, and Black Alpha and all the people in the chat. I told everybody that we got the livest chat on the planet, and that ain't up for debate. Anybody who spent 2 minutes rocking with us, they all know the family. I had people text me and be like, yo, fam, I just subscribed. I just saw your first video. And when I got in there, it felt like family. I got in there and seen people say, yo, what up? What up, man? How you been? How the kids? How's everything going? We got a family over here. Okay. But I noticed whenever they say something about me, they always say something about y'all. It's always Black Alpha in the chat. Black Alpha and everybody listening. Black Alpha and the certified 100. I told everybody we certified and we 100. So every time they talk about me, they talk about y'all. And I love it because I want to be talked about with my family all damn day long. So keep on talking about Black Alpha. Keep on talking about my family. But your ass is watching though, and we don't know who you are. Check this out, though, family. We got even more of that. Check this. Not only are these individuals out here and they are being on welfare and all these different types of assistance programs that they don't ever want to talk about, let me show y'all this as well. The videos have come out and the statistics. Shout out again to the individual who sent me this. Certified salute to you. I appreciate you. I read all the emails, family. And I'm going to tell you right now, the emails that I receive from you guys, this stuff is better than ABC and NBC. Everything going on the planet Earth. Somebody sent me a damn article about some damn village, and I didn't know what the hell was going on. And I was like, yo, if the news ever gets hold of this is breaking news. So certified salute to the best chat in the world, the Certified 100. Check this out. They're going to tell you more about illegal immigrants and U.S. born. Households on welfare. 37% U.S. born, 61% illegal immigrant. Let's go.
A new study finds that 61% of illegal immigrant households collect some sort of welfare, which is almost double the rate of people born in the United States. The Washington Times reports that children have a significant role in getting that aid. Let's bring in the author of that article, Washington Times political editor Stephen Dinan. Stephen, great to see you this morning. Thanks for joining us. So break this down for us. How is it that children play this role in helping households led by illegal immigrants to get 61% of which get some kind of welfare?
Yeah, you think that generally there's this sense that illegal immigrants aren't eligible for welfare benefits. And by and large, that's true. There are some exceptions, pregnant women, and there are actually some tax credits that can go to illegal immigrants who are here but who have work permits. But most of that welfare use is coming to their U.S.-born children to illegal immigrant-headed households. So you have a parent or two parents who are here illegally, but they have children who are born here, and that's very common, and those are U.S. citizens.
Anchor tether, baby. A flea bee. Remember, y'all, a flea or baby is a flea bee.
Illegal immigrant-headed households. So you have a parent or two parents who are here illegally, but they have children who are born here, and that's very common, and those are U.S. citizen children. They're entitled to welfare, all sorts of benefits, food, school lunch programs, food stamps, even housing assistance can go to those U.S. citizen children. And so, of course, that floats the whole family. So 61% of these families, as you said, use at least one welfare benefit. And the welfare use is pretty consistent across those programs I just talked about. Those kids, Medicaid is another big one. It's called the Women, Infant, and Children Program, and they're eligible for that as well. So it's the children that are the sort of the access point here. Yeah, and the real interesting thing here is that it's not that the immigrant families don't work as hard or that they aren't taking jobs. In fact, the studies generally show that they work at a higher rate than the native-born population. The issue is that most immigrants, or immigrants as a whole, and illegal immigrants in particular, they just are less educated, less skilled. The profile of the average illegal immigrant coming is less skilled, and therefore they're going to need more assistance. They earn less and end up needing more assistance to live and remain here in the U.S.
Another thing that's kind of interesting about this is that...
Damn. So basically, flea bee, tether, anchor. There you go, family. Why they sit there and they tell us that these people work so hard, and they sit there and tell us how these individuals are such contributors to America, how in the hell, let me ask this question, fam. How in the hell do you claim that you built America, but you the most on welfare now? And remind you, fam, these are illegal immigrants. These are people are illegal. So you're talking about illegal immigrants. And remember this, every time someone comes around and says, it's because we work harder, make sure you show them those statistics. Go back, screenshot that, and bam, put it to them. So let them know, family, nobody works harder than foundational Black America. Nobody does. Nobody works better. Nobody's put it all on the line, and nobody has the resume that we do. If you had the resume that we have, then maybe you'd be something, but you ain't nothing. And it proves, family, that we are something. And I'm going to tell you what we are. We are delineators, regulators, and we represent to the fullest and to the maximum. And one of the things that ended up happening with this society and with what everybody's saying. Oh, by the way, I'm sure there's a bunch of like little tethers in the chat because people are texting me. Y'all look at this right here. Shout out to all the tethers out there, man. I hope that, you know what I'm saying, next time you do a little better. You know what I'm saying? Next time I hope, you know what I'm saying, Sad Bunny, I hope his show does better next time. You dig? And I hope all those videos where you were talking about Black Americans, now take them down. One day, family, they can hope that they could be foundational Black Americans. They can wish they're foundational Black Americans. and then they better wake up and apologize. How many of y'all seen Cardi flee? Let's go there now, because when we start talking about the dominant society coming after these people, did y'all see Cardi flee came out and she was telling all her fans that they need to jump ICE if ICE is in the concert? And family, you know you're a loser when you end up getting checked as bad as she got checked by the Department of Homeland Security. Y'all watch this right here and watch Cardi flee and how she tries to tell her people to jump ICE. And watch how the Department of Homeland Security responded.
Bitch, if ICE come in here, we're gonna jump their asses. If ICE come in here, we're gonna jump their asses. Bitch, I got some bear mace in the back. Bitch, if ICE come in here, we're gonna jump their asses.
Family, is she on drugs? Okay, I don't know what it is, family. But what I do know is how in the hell your troll game is so bad when the Department of Homeland Security clapped back on her so damn bad with her talking about if ICE is here, we gonna jump them? Well, the Department of Homeland Security responded and said, as long as she doesn't drug and rob our agents, we'll consider that as an improvement over her past behavior. Damn. Damn, damn, damn. You gonna let the Department of Homeland Security check you, dish you that damn bad? This is how bad and pathetic you are. They said as long as you don't drug they agents, as long as you do not rob they agents, that is better than what you've done before in the past. Cardi flee can't get off the ground. It ain't working. You see Bad Bunny can't get off the ground. It ain't working. The whole Democratic Party can't get off the ground. It ain't working. And foundational Black Americans is still sitting on the couch watching it all play out because this does not concern us. Need not apply. That's how easy it is when you certified, family. We out here, one thing about us, y'all, we know what the hell we talking about. We ain't out here getting clowned on by the damn person who runs a site and they out here checking you. And you ain't got nothing to say for yourself. So damn, Cardi flee, it ain't gonna work. So fam, yeah, clap back all day. Damn, ain't it something, fam? And that's very promising to what we talk about. This is clear to show everybody Tethers ain't got no clap back. They ain't got no type of building skills. They got no resources. They ain't got nothing going for themselves. And they really just stuck. You would think for all the running that they're doing, they would actually be able to run and accomplish something. But they ain't accomplishing nothing. The only thing that these individuals are accomplishing is embarrassing themselves. And this is what it all boils back down to. And I said this the other day. Did Black Americans expose Bad Bunny? And did we expose all his numbers? You goddamn right we did. Let me make this clear, fam. You wouldn't see nobody talking about Bad Bunny's numbers if it wasn't for Black Americans. Delineation did that. You wouldn't see nobody calling out the way they lied if it wasn't for Black Americans. We did that. You wouldn't see none of these people right now getting embarrassed, running and hiding, going into cover if it wasn't for Black Americans exposing it. It was us who did what needed to be done. Because remember, y'all, how in the hell did it go from that right there to that right there? How in the hell did they try to run this game right here when they knew the whole damn time that brothers and sisters right there wasn't going for it? Black Americans, again, have saved the day. And that's what Black Americans do. We G-check, and we G-check, and there ain't a damn thing anybody can do about it. This is what you call certified business. And that's something that we're all doing. Let me say this, y'all. The reason why everybody's mad is because you have the lineage, foundational Black Americans. Then you have the movement, delineation. Then you have the grassroots, certified. And certifieds are all on code. See, what they're mad at is that certified Black society, the grassroots within foundational Black American lineage, we're all on the same page, all on the same chord, all on the same code. See, when the Democrats are all on the same page, they ain't got a problem. The Democrats agree with everything their Democrat slave masters tell them to. Bad Bunny, he agrees with everything that his Democrat slave masters tell him to. The Latinos, they agree with everything that their slave master tells them to. So when they're all on the same page of bootlicking, everybody cool with it. The reason why everybody's mad is because the grassroots is on code. I'm saying we delineating, you saying we delineating, we delineating. I'm saying I'm regulating, you say we regulating, we regulating. You say we separating, I say we separating, we separating. When we say we getting reparations, we getting reparations. Everything that we're doing is on the same page. We all understand the assignment, mission accomplished. You about it, I'm about it. Let's go get it, family. And that's what's changing the world right now. Foundational Black Americans didn't fall for it. We understand that Bad Bunny Superbowl performance was the same exact thing as Shah Bussy at the Grammys. It's all an attempt to get Black Americans to go out on the front line and put on the capes. Now they're realizing they done vacation in fantasy land and we done snap their ass back to reality because this is where we stay, fam. If you're looking for foundational Black America, okay, we are citizens and our residence is always in reality. The difference between them and us is our reality is in the homeland that our ancestors created, and we making our ancestors look good because they threw us the alley-oop and we gonna slam dunk on their asses. That's how we doing it. Foundational Black Americans, this lineage, heritage, and culture right here, we run everything. We didn't show up to the Grammys, trash. We didn't go to the Super Bowl performance, flopped. And Black Americans did that. I tell everyone, if you look, you see delineation everywhere. Delineation is in places where they won't say delineation. Delineation is in areas where they won't mention delineation. They'll never mention delineation, so we gonna say it even louder. They'll never mention reparations. We said it louder, and guess what? Now their asses is running from reparations. See, the thing is, family, you got to get it in your mind. Your brothers and sisters get it in their mind. We all get it together, and then we say it as loud and proud as we can, because you know when foundational Black Americans is outside, ain't nobody stepping out the door. We run the yard. And I've been telling everybody we run the yard. We run this country. I've been telling everybody we run this country. We're making the Super Bowl have to go and get a refund. What that tell you? They knew what it was. They went and they got Jay-Z, who's an op any damn way, to go out there with Bad Bunny so they can try to get Black folks to harm ourselves fighting for brown folks who I just displayed on this classic broadcast are the most anti-Black people in the world. They are the dark white and the dark knuckle community. And anytime you see a dark white or a dark knuckle, you know they're going to be anti-Black American. We expose on this broadcast the fact that Latinos don't like dark-skinned Latinos. Latinos don't like Black Americans. The dark ones and the light ones don't like Black Americans. But guess what? We don't care. Because while they are getting exposed and why we're putting all their receipts on the table, let me let you know what we letting they asses see. We letting them see that, oh, we ain't mad. We don't care. We don't dislike. We don't give a damn. We don't care what you got to say. We don't care what you think. We don't give a damn what you got on your mind. The only thing foundational Black Americans care about are foundational Black Americans. You can live in a world where you want Black Americans to give you attention. That ain't happening. The same way building your homeland ain't happening. You can live in a world where you want Black Americans to come and save you. That ain't happening. So basically what I'm saying is you can do whatever the hell you want to do. You can expect whatever the hell you want to expect. But understand this for certain and for sure. Nothing moves until Black Americans move. And the fact that Black Americans didn't move for the Super Bowl performance, Bad Bunny and all of those little Puerto Rican TikTok tethers that was making them videos disrespecting FBA, now all y'all asses took that loss. Easy work. Checkmate, partner. Check this out, family. When I tell everybody that we out here winning, and I tell everybody that we out here shining, I mean that wholeheartedly, and the streets know exactly what it is. We know what the game is for, and we know who we are, and now the world has to deal with it. Certified 100.
Lamar, he holds the record, y'all, for the most watched Super Bowl halftime show in the U.S. with over 133.5 million views. That's a lot of people. I know Michael Jackson was number one in 93. He was at 133.4 million views. And Kendrick edged it out. We have third is Usher. I believe he's at 129.4 or 8 million views. And Bad Bunny, he's number 4. So I thought it was Bad Bunny at first. Everybody thought Bad Bunny broke the record, but he didn't break the record. Kendrick still holds the record. So still shout out to Bad Bunny. You know, he did what he was supposed to do and got, you know, his fans going and new fans now and everybody else. But Kendrick, like I said, that's just special. That Super Bowl was very special, that halftime show. Michael Jackson, you can never copy that. That's something that's never going to be done. That was like a once in a lifetime. Even Kendrick was a once in a lifetime. But I'm happy to see Usher and the other people that's been for the performing at the Super Bowl halftime show. Do you think anybody in the future can break Kendrick Lamar?
Do you think anybody in the future can break Kendrick Lamar's record? I present that to everybody right now in the chat. Who do you guys think could break Kendrick Lamar's halftime performance record? I already know the answer, and I can show it to you. But let me tell y'all right now, who do y'all think could break the halftime record from Kendrick Lamar? I know already it ain't going to be one of them. Absolutely. He said, yes, another FBA. I already see some answers rolling in, and I already got it fired up and ready to go. Somebody said Tupac. What you said, R. Kelly? You can't leave black folks alone. Boy, black folks, y'all crazy. You damn right who it's going to be. Right there, family. It's the man that came out and told them it looks like they need him. Family, I believe this for certain. They going to try to keep it away from Chris Brown because they don't want Chris Brown going there doing no damn backflips or none of that. But I guarantee you, if Chris Brown has the opportunity to be the headline performer at the Super Bowl, the records is getting shattered. And it's going to be a hell of a lot of people. I bet this, all of the Puerto Ricans and all the Latinos, they going to be real mad at him. And all the Mayos going to be real mad at him. But I guarantee you, family, he would break the record. And I guarantee you, family, they would be more mad then than they are today. But they going to stay mad because we FBA. And when you certified all the damn time. Who run it? We run it. Let's go. All right, family. You know it has been another beautiful broadcast. Classic one. Done broke it down. We already over 24,000 views. So I appreciate the love. I appreciate the respect. But that's what it's all about, family. Let me tell y'all this, y'all. No matter what happens, it's always us. Family, who they thought they was going to get something popping without a... You thought you was going to have a performance without Black Americans and we run this? You thought you was going to have people turning on the TV? You ain't heard? They only pull out that remote to watch us. They only scrolling down their damn TikTok for us. They Instagram for us. They Twitter for us. Everybody's watching Black America, fam. It's all eyes on FBA. As a matter of fact, when I say it's all eyes on FBA, we got these people in here watching us right now. So big up to all my haters. Shout out to Shawty Low. But let me tell you, if it's any genre of music, it's foundational Black America. If it's any movie, it's foundational Black America. We told everybody that we're the culture. You got to expect nothing less, family. It ain't popping unless it's got foundational Black American fingerprints. If it ain't got foundational Black American fingerprints, then family, you're going to be left out here with Zest Bunny. And he said, ice out. And I say, your ass done crashed out because foundational Black Americans run everything. We run this country, we run this world, and we will run the future. And while we are out here running the future, they asses is going to be running from ICE. But don't be mad at foundational Black Americans because we told you so. Certified. Y'all enjoy your weekend. It has been another classic broadcast. I appreciate the love. Much respect, fam. We done shattered mad records on this one. Everybody smashed the like button. We done had about 3.5 thousand people in here. A bunch of certifieds rocking. Love you guys with a passion. Just know, family, like I tell everybody, we ain't done. We don't hide. We don't run. We out here. We on one. You know, a party ain't a party if we don't come. Know that. Trust that. Believe that. See you guys in a few days. Y'all enjoy yourself. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody out there. You feel me? If you celebrate. If not, happy Valentine's Day any goddamn way. because we foundational Black Americans, family, and we out here holding it down. So sit back, relax, enjoy your weekend, stay safe, stay strong, stay vigilant, watch everything, look over your shoulder, love all my beautiful brothers and sisters, kings, queens, goddess, and gods. Love all y'all with a passion. Your certified foundational Black American brother, Black Alpha, says so. Look at this. Boom. Voila, family. That ain't magic. That is delineation. That is regulation, and that is reparations. And that's what we all about in this time frame, in this era, and we're going to bring it all the way home. So broadcasting from the United States of America, me, Black Alpha, the #1 activist, a proud foundational Black American brother. I'm sending a proud certified salute to all of you guys, from my family to your family. Y'all stay on 10 and y'all make it happen, man, because all we do is win. Love y'all. See you on the other side. Peace and love. Peace and love, peace and love. And always remember, no matter what you do, no matter where you go, no matter where you at, that Black is beautiful and beautiful is always Black. See you on the other side. Free Huey.
Black Alpha Network. Home of Black excellence. Power to the people.